You sold us out to that maniac Taboro? Now that he's turned on you, we're supposed to save your skins? Incredible.
Had we known Taboro was insane, we never would have supported him. He is no longer Hutt Cartel. We formally shun him. However, in breaking ties with Taboro, we find ourselves stranded on Makeb with you. We are prepared to offer generous compensation for seating and cargo space aboard the Ark.
Cargo? Are you delusional? Your bodies take up more room than a dozen good people.
Here we are, the Republic's greatest heroes, ready to settle this matter with wisdom and perspective.
Let me see if I understand. Taboro's former friends got on his bad side. Now they need to get off Makeb, so they've come to us?
The major cartel leaders have decided Taboro is bad for business. They want peace.
Most revered Republic champions, my masters apologize for this unfortunate situation. Surely we can reach a state of mutually beneficial recompense and earn passage aboard the Ark?
My people deserve rescue. The Hutt Cartel's leaders can't just beg their way out.
Either way out.
Shalem's right. But these are the most powerful Hutts in the galaxy. We can name our price to save their lives, and think what that means for defeating the Empire.
They'll say anything to get what they want, and the minute we turn our backs, they'll stab us.
They wouldn't dare. You hold all the power here. You can force them to commit their fleet to our side. Taboro has lost his mind, and these cartel leaders know it. They can't go back to him. They need us.
Honored Republic heroes, you are known for mercy and greatness. Can you find it within yourselves to forgive our profound error in judgment?
Stop appealing to our sentimentality. Forgiveness isn't the issue here. Your masters want a ticket off Makeb, and we'll consider providing it. For the right price.
Honored Republic negotiators, my masters will happily continue debasing themselves, but Makeb's time grows short. If you provide safe passage for my masters and their cargo, they will fully commit the cartel to an alliance with the Republic. Surely you find this agreeable?
Inform your masters that they'll be allowed to board the Ark with the other refugees. Personal belongings will be loaded as space permits. First priority will be given to food, medicine, and other items essential to survival. Rhodium-plated statues will not qualify. We'll negotiate exactly what responsibilities the cartel has to the Republic once this crisis is over. We'll expect full cooperation.
Continuing to be evil.
My masters wish no further hostilities with you. The offer is accepted without condition.
I think you're the first in galactic history to force the Hutts into a deal they can't afford. Now all we need are those fuel rods. Dr. Ogorob is with Shalem. You should coordinate with them.
Good morning, Zisteroth, Bekramano, MPPY.
For a while.
Damashi, Blateval, Vigilant, and Pillars of Snow. What is up? We're not really allying with the Hutts so much as we are forcing them into servitude. But yeah, I'm with it. Hello, Samson's regret. Excuse me. Yes, Mike Romano. I was run over by a car once. About 17 years ago.
The cartel has deserted you, Taboro. You have no allies left. Don't be a fool. Give us the fuel rods.
Never! The entire galaxy plots against me, but I still hold the ultimate power. Let this planet tear itself apart. My fortress can stand anything. When you are dead, Taboro will still remain. This galaxy is mine.
Taboro, there's something very wrong with you. Listen to what you're saying. It doesn't make sense.
No more words. Now only death.
That inbred imbecile has abandoned all sanity. You will have to take the Ark's fuel rods by force. His palace is a testament to my artistry. I poured my spirit into designing lethal defenses. I also left myself a private entrance inside.
A secret back door. I'm starting to like you, Ogorob.
My charms are legion. Taboro will have far more than my inspired designs guarding him. His most lethal soldiers and Isotope 5 droids patrol every corridor.
We'll hold this position until you get back.
Without those fuel rods, millions will die. If you can't get them, I'm canceling your parade.
Parades are nice, but I'd rather have a kiss for luck before I go.
I like that shrug. Just, yeah, okay. Ping to you, Flag Ant. Okay, I wasn't expecting an actual kiss. Holy crap.
You now have coordinates and the security code to my secret entrance. Once you're inside, contact me for more information. Don't die.
I actually wasn't expecting that. It turns out the Furt Master continues. He endures. Beyond species and beyond time. But yes, we're in the expansion territory, so... I mean, this is expansion. We're in expansion number 1. Of 8? I don't know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Crap. Cannibals trying to sabotage me. Can't hold them. They came from behind. Ah, yep, okay, we're okay. Thank you, Catabo. Always appreciate. Much obliged. Thank you.
You're all right.
No. What the? I got pulled out of... Okay. You get to die now. Give me a second, and I'll jot that down for Stranger of Paradise. Good morning, Alex. Do you mind? And thank you for being a part of the show, Dakota. I almost said thank you for being a part of the show, Xenosaga. I swear I actually got some sleep last night. I did. I actually took... Oh, that's why. God damn it, of course they're back to the anti-stealth thing. Why wouldn't they be? No, I did actually get some sleep last night. I actually took, you know, a Benadryl last night and said, yeah, I'm going down. Plunk. Where the hell are we? Looks like it wants us to go over here. Come on, there we go. On me. Don't mind. Oh, okay. Well, now I'm dead. Didn't want to jump. Or back am I? All the way at the beginning. Perfect. Well, it feels like someone's just been bleeding all the blood out of it. It's very strange. That's an interesting way to phrase that, Alex. Oh, thank God, Lord Streamingless. I don't have to deal with his stupid, dumb, smug, ugly, terrible, fat, worthless, dumb, poor, pathetic, powerless face anymore. There we go. I think I got them all in there. Oh, Jesus Christ, don't remind me about Xenogears jumping. Okay, fine, whatever. Everyone gets to die. You get to die. You get to die. Death to everyone. No, I'm pretty sure that was a word-for-word quote. Pretty sure. Well, we're getting delayed by, you know, garbage, so you got a minute or got him. I'll go ahead and wait for you at the door, though. Or you could already be here. That's also an acceptable outcome. And thank you, Magister. I'll put that towards nothing at all. Oh, okay. Death to all. Why do you have to tear apart a ship to activate communications? That makes absolutely no sense to me. Help me out here. What, Loner? You're gonna have to explain that one, Loner. Oh man, donuts sound so good this morning. So I mentioned I took Benadryl last night. I slept well, but the downside is I slept in. That's why I don't like to do that. In fairness, I actually feel rested. I probably needed it. Because I was probably recovering from something. Yes, they are, Dakota. They just looked like frogs instead of, you know, raccoons. No, I was... Okay, whatever. I have absolutely no idea, French philosopher. I'm in blind territory. You notice the premiere in the title now? I have never done the expansions. Okay. Or, yeah, you know what? Sure. I'm actually okay with that. Let's just kill. Let's just kill. Limited channel testing ways to support creators and take your messages to the next level. Money depending on time the message is displayed. What? That's actually new to me. That is not something I'm even aware of. And I usually pay attention to Twitch announcements. What is that? Hang on. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up my own stream for a moment here. Give me just a sec. There it is. You can now... Okay. You can now elevate. There was a poser gang called the Trekkies? I did not know that. Interesting. You know, the best part is, unlike everything else, I don't actually get any notifications for that. So if any money just came through, I didn't see any of it. Like, it says Fringe Philosopher elevated a message, but there's no anything else attached to that. At all. Anywhere. Ever. Like, I'm checking my actual chat log on my actual stream and it doesn't show anything there. And I'm checking my log over here and it doesn't say anything here. But you just gave me a thought. Hang on. Let me pull up my activity feed. Aha! Okay, so it does show up on the activity feed. French philosopher elevated a message with $5 2 minutes ago. Wow, that's interesting. Yes, Traxia. I wonder what the percentage spread on that is, because I bet you it's 50-50. Either way, thank you, Fringe Philosopher. If you want to put that towards something, let me know. I'm going to have to start paying attention to another thing. And I'm going to have to check that one manually. Great.
Your hidden entrance appears to be unguarded, Doctor.
Of course. Tomorrow doesn't even know it exists. He has no eye for such exquisite detail. He is also despairingly predictable. and almost certainly ranting away in his throne room while clutching the fuel rods to his bosom. I am transmitting procedures to defeat the security protocols separating you from Taboro. Follow them precisely. I'll be unable to reach you via holo after this.
What if we need more information from you?
If you use my instructions, you won't. The palace employs transmission dampers to prevent unauthorized transmissions. You will be on your own, I'm afraid. A last word of advice. Taboro asked for some rather unorthodox droid designs. It's possible he actually built a few. If so, good luck with them.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me that the video game doesn't have the poser gangs in general. Copy wrong issues. Thank you again, French philosopher. Do you also want that to go to XCOM too?
Taboro must be trying to distract us with bad taste.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at this. Just gonna hang some gold drapes here. No reason. These days I'll get here. I don't understand the question, Alex. Am I watching Andor? Let's rephrase that question slightly, Master Man. Am I watching any television whatsoever? No. I do not have time to watch anything. You know how much time I had this morning to do everything, including, you know, cook, stretch, and exercise, and get dressed, and get cleaned, and get all the tech stuff working? 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't have time to watch anything. Anyways, that makes no sense to me, Gundam. That's it. The end. Unless, like, what you're trying to do is literally create an isolationist thing, which could work. But it still makes no sense to me. Yeah, there's a reason my breakfast today was rice. I did not. Congratulations, we freed you! Okay, we just freed this guy from Carbonite. He shouldn't be, like, in a lead. What the hell's a life, Triaxia? Rice reheats better. Yeah, he was frozen with his gun. That's just confusing. No, French philosopher. Why is it still not updating the quest? Whatever. I mean, no, Zach Taft, I have no thoughts on that. That's just life and business. It looks like my version is updating, but somebody else's isn't. So, I'm on access to borrow security codes, because I actually got the card. Who didn't get the card? It's okay. It's just... This is just... consistently irritating. Just gonna skip down here. Do me a favor, J. Palmer. Hit refresh. Usually that makes the button pop. You know, No, Prince Philosopher. I just... Oh my god. Okay, okay. Let me go in. It's now my instance. I think it was Vigilant's instance, so once Vigilant left the group, we all got kicked out all the way to the very beginning. So, no, I understand what you meant, J. Palmer. Did you try refreshing? I know exactly what I'm talking about because it happens all the time. See, the thing is, you have to hit a button on your end in order to actually make it show up in chat, and it showing up in chat is what triggers the log to actually show that the sub existed. Not that I disbelieve you. It's just, you know, the only notification I get for that is the log in the chat, which, there you go. See what I mean? You see what I mean by, like, the button showing up? It's a really dumb system. I don't know why Twitch does that. It didn't used to. It used to just kind of automatically be like, yep, here you go. And nowadays it actually requires you to, you know, separately hit a button, which doesn't always show up. For some reason. I have several thank yous to say here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon Nadia.
Here.
And start this fight.
Take it slow for a while.
Thank you, J. Palmer. I will put those towards Ace Combat 0. Although I wasn't contributing to this fight. I'll be back. And Magister, I never heard what you wanted to put it towards. And thank you, Alex. I'll put that towards Pokemon Arceus. Oh, we would be extremely dangerous because no one would ever have heard of us, Raven King, and we'd secretly be running everything. Hang on, I gotta still find Loner's donation here. I am the merchant's
Take it slow
guild.
for a while.
Welcome to your doom, vermin. I have no illusions about your fate. I plan for every contingency. You are no match for my unsurpassed brilliance. What fools you are, fighting for a planet that isn't even part of your republic. For all your struggles, you will gain nothing.
All your friends just surrendered to us. At this rate, Hutta will be a republic world by next week. Enjoy the irony.
Spare me your pathetic posturing. It's truly embarrassing. You're nothing but dirty little thieves come to steal what's rightfully mine. But you'll never have it.
How do you plan to kill me, Tabaro? Your awful breath or rolling over?
I would never touch scum like you. Behold the ultimate Isotype 5 droid, Tabaro's glittering fury. Wow, that thing is really ugly. You want your precious fuel rods? Take them from my guardian. If you can. Hang on, let's get some battle music on here. What? Why am I permanently slowed and knocked down? Oh my god, this freaking thing. Just gonna... There we go. We done? It's just my life now. We're just in a permanent missile phase. We look like we're just in a permanent missile phase. Oh, no. Changed his mind.
I thought the fuel rods would be bigger. I hope there's enough to fuel the whole arc.
Anyways. No, this is not right. You were supposed to die. I can't have... If I can't have Isotope 5, no one can. Prepare to face the void with me, you thieving filth. A single drop of Isotope 5 could level this palace. I just set fire to a whole lake of it. Be prepared for saving, flaming death.
Oh, no, you don't. Nobody kills you but me.
Yeah, Isotope 5 definitely counts as a super weapon. Don't mind us. We did it. I prefer to kill him, Zoctif. Well, we're up to 3 so far, Mr. Red. Yeah, texture quality in general is better, I've noticed.
The Ark's fuel rods, as promised. Toboro's gone, along with his entire supply of Isotope 5.
The whole planet felt it. Lambda says the explosion triggered a chain reaction in the planet's core.
Then we should probably go.
If you have unfinished business, better make it quick. I'll take the fuel rods and get our people to work installing them. I left a shielded shuttle here at the camp. It's your ticket off Makeb. The rest of us are taking the Ark.
You're sure there's nothing else that needs to be done? Have all the planet's refugees made it aboard the Ark?
The ship is full and ready to fly. Thanks to you, we're about to achieve the fastest planetary evacuation in galactic history. I hope we meet again.
All 500 people.
You're all right.
No, it's definitely a super weapon. Remember, what a super weapon is defined by how it's used in the narrative. And the way they use Isotope 5 is absolutely used as a super weapon.
The fuel rods are in place. Power levels are at 80%. I hope it's enough.
It'll have to be. Lambda says there's a fissure opening directly beneath us. We're launching before the mesa collapses.
Thank you, Loner. Always appreciate you. I got that down for StarCraft, Planescape Torment. That's a small looking ship. Conquer's Bedford and Homeworld block. 1587. I don't know. And the 21 cents is we'll give that one to the banks, I think. I will give this expansion credit. Its cutscenes, its in-engine cutscenes have gotten way better. Remember how pathetic the in-engine cutscenes were?
When our scouts reported the catastrophe on the surface, we feared the worst.
Like, we literally gave a plus to humor for how bad they were. Remember that? So, yeah, no, the cutscenes have definitely got better. I was legitimately impressed earlier when we were on the barge and it started to tilt, and some of the planes actually started falling over the edge. It was like, wow, that's actually a cutscene. Holy crap.
The Republic just inherited several million people who need a new home.
Please meet me in Keylander Station's conference chamber. We have much to discuss.
So, super weapon of the week. I mean, you know, let's wrap this up, shall we? Because now we got to do Makeb on the Imperial side. Why is everyone subbing today? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Paranoid Android. Always appreciate you. I will jot that down for Alpha Centauri. And the Morganite playthrough. Star Trek doesn't really lean on super weapons in general, no. However, Star Trek has threats of the weak, which are narratively very similar. And honestly kind of more irritating.
The Supreme Chancellor requested a meeting.
Welcome back. I was informed that you survived a terrifying ordeal. You have my deepest admiration. Ah, here they are.
Millions of hungry mouths to feed and nothing to show for it. You pledged Makeb to us, Shalem, and you knew it was doomed.
We had no idea the planet was that unstable. Our offer was made in good faith.
My uncle is a businessman, Chancellor. But in this case, he's telling the truth.
You knew the groundquakes were getting worse. You used the Republic, knowing we'd be obligated to help your people even if you had nothing to offer in return.
Lady?
What's done is done. We have a vessel filled with millions of refugees who need food, water, and medical treatment.
And a home. My people can't live on that Ark forever. They're packed in like cargo.
This is a debacle. We came here seeking resources to defeat the Sith Empire. Instead, we're walking away with debts and obligations.
What about the Hutt leaders? You negotiated a peace agreement with them, didn't you?
Wow, Suresh! See, the difference between Suresh and me is she's evil and stupid, whereas I am evil and smart.
He's right. The cartel leaders have promised to support the Republic wholeheartedly.
So we have a worthless ally and a broken one. Still, the Hutts possess considerable wealth. Only the cartel leaders who needed rescuing agreed to this alliance. Fortunately, they possess most of the wealth and power. They'll neutralize any holdouts. With our new friend's wealth and warships, we've gained a substantial advantage over the Empire. That doesn't address the problem of Makeb's people, however. I need a solution.
The Hutts destroyed Makeb. It seems only fair they should pay the cost of caring for its refugees. We can hold their warships in reserve, and use them to protect vulnerable systems. Meanwhile, the Hutts will build a colony for Makeb's people.
I had to twist your arm to call the Republic. Glad you finally swallowed that spirit of independence?
After everything we've been through, to receive such generosity. Thank you all.
You got your people through this mess. But I don't think you're the leader Makeb needs anymore. It's better if businessmen like you retire.
I can't step down. My people need leadership.
The Republic government will see to Makeb's citizens. If we require your services, we'll contact you. I wish to speak with my agents privately. Excuse us.
Your agents?
You've made the best of an unfortunate situation. Well done. The Hutts want to be on the winning side of this war, and you've shown them who that is. We have you alone to thank for this alliance.
Let's hope what we achieved here will ripple across the galaxy, and rally more forces to our cause.
This victory has already been noted by several independent factions. Our diplomats will be quite busy. For too long, the Republic has wasted time reacting to the enemy. We must fight this war to win by going on the offensive. Savor this victory. Return to the war's front lines and press our advantage. Together, we will be triumphant.
Thank you, Arathrobo. Always appreciate you. I'll put that towards Thief 1. Yeah, I was actually going to give some credence to the writing there. You notice her tone and dialogue was completely different when she was speaking in private with us. We absolutely are the villains, Neurosas. That is, in many ways, the point. Now, if you're familiar with how we're doing things, we are now done on the Republic side forever. We're done, done, done. So what I like to think is that our consular is, you saw that last shot where she's looking out at space? This is when she decides to go over and officially take over the Republic. So she retires by moving into the actual upper echelons of power and just deciding, yeah, no, this is mine now. No, Mike Tamano, but feasibility and reasonability kind of get in the way. So everyone say goodbye to Vitorica and the Republic as a whole. Oh, I like that. She turns Seresh into a puppet. I mean, given how we've been playing her, I doubt she'd go for the Chancellor slot. Now, we know that Jedi Masters tend to be personal advisors to the Supreme Chancellor. We learned that during the Bounty Hunter arc. Anyways, let's go switch to our main. Now that she has taken over the galaxy, it's time to try and fix that with our good character. Alright, here. We're not doing Republic for anything else. I feel like I just said this 3 times in a row. We're done with Republic. We're done with Republic. We're done with Republic. It's done. There is some unique stuff on the Republic side. Mostly much later. But honestly, no. The tiny little tidbits of variation are also not really worthwhile. Especially not for the extra time and slog that would be. And I would like to be able to do something other than play Tor in my life. So, yeah, again, it's possible to do both sides. It's even feasible, kind of, but we start to run into reasonability problems. So, what the? It's not letting me... Hello. There we go. Ding 80. I'll give you a hint, Justin. How much do I like the Republic? So here's something funny. The Republic ignoring classes. So just like the planetary primaries and the bonus series and the secondaries, you know, all the non-class content, the Republic scored higher than the Sith did. Not by much, but it did score higher. Oh, by the way, we also have 4 dungeons to do before we can move on from the Rise of the Hutt Cartel. I'm down with doing those basically whenever. I'm not sure how connected they are, but we do need to do that at some point. Yeah, the Republic planetary primaries were honestly just a little bit better. Mostly on the story axis, obviously. I believe you can get through Shadow of Revan literally without paying, although you'll be ripping your teeth out the whole time, Cordoon. I would say Republic Makeb was substantially better. Oh, speaking of which, hang on just a second. Of course, Magister. I have every interest in slowing this run down to an absolute crawl for no reason. So I've left these numbers up here yesterday and for a little, well, for yesterday. So you can see this was the final score for Tor Vanilla. But now that we're well into no longer being in Tor Vanilla, I think it's time to wipe the board a bit. What kind of donuts did you get? And did you bring enough for everyone, Alex? And there's where we're at so far with the rise of the Hutt Cartel. Now, that may not sound like a great score, but actually, that puts it ahead of most zones so far. So, make of that what you will.
I've come for Darth Mar. Is he here?
Dark Lord, follow me, please.
Shuttle Feliginus, en route to Docking Bay 8. Non-essential personnel must clear the area.
Yeah, we're not actually down there yet. Let's switch. I don't have a theme song for Darth Maul.
There is strength in this chamber. Let it suffice for the task ahead. The Empire is losing this war. Barring the unexpected or the miraculous, our total defeat will occur within the year.
Between infighting among the Sith and military incompetence, it's sheer luck the Empire survived this long.
Your tone is not welcome. Your sentiment is correct. Power plays have diminished the Dark Council. The Republic stands united while we bicker amongst ourselves. Our last chance, our only chance, is far from the front lines. The planet Makeb is the secret to victory, and its responsibility is yours.
An unaligned colony world on the edge of Hutt space. Why does it matter? And why now?
Makeb grew rich from mining and trade, becoming a neutral paradise for wealthy Cretans. It escaped the war due to its tactical insignificance. But now the Hutt cartel has seized Makeb for itself. The Hutts believe that with our imminent defeat, the time has come to chase glory.
The Hutts are greedy, but they're not fools. Makeb is important to them somehow.
The Hutts chose Makeb not for its wealth, but for a substance called Isotope 5, a mineral capable of twisting gravity and electromagnetic fields. The Hutts have kept it a secret, but 1 gram could provide a near-infinite power source. Isotope 5 could remake the Hutts into a force to rival the Republic.
The Republic can't be defeated with technology alone. If it could, we'd have won by now.
A fair complaint, but now only a combination of tactics and weaponry can save us. Despite the efforts of the Hutts mercenaries, Makeb's leaders are requesting aid from the Republic, and the planet is on the verge of chaos. You must steal the Hutt stockpile of Isotope 5 under cover of the conflict. Stealth is paramount. If the Hutts and Republic realize your intent, they will deploy overwhelming force.
The military is under your control, Lord Mar. Do not make me regret leaving the galaxy in your hands.
We both have much to lose. You will have a limited support team, specialists capable of performing their duty and willing to serve you unto death. But in short, you will be alone on a hostile world. With our lines crumbling, we cannot mount a full-scale invasion.
My lord, you're needed with the Cardoban fleet.
There is a cloaked shuttle waiting to deliver you to the surface. You may establish an uplink to your team once you land. Be wary and move with subtlety. If you fail, the Empire's last stand will be over before it begins.
Notice they start hard with Darth Mar. We've basically seen him say like 3 lines of dialogue across 2 cutscenes, total, in vanilla. But they establish what kind of character he is very quickly. It's why so many people are so pro Darth Mar and have been the entire stream. Thank you, Retu. Always appreciate. Thank you. If you want to put that towards something in particular, please let me know.
Dark Lord.
That's me.
Sergeant Defane, 21st Starfighter Division. Flew sorties at the battles of Coruscant and Ilum, decorated for both. Never thought I'd be in Hutt space while the Republic's chasing our fleet. Whatever we're after here, I hope it's worth it.
We're risking everything today. If it's not enough, the Empire falls.
My life for the Emperor. I should warn you, the flight's going to be rough. Atmospheric energy charge makes landing anything larger than a shuttle impossible. Our girl here's the right size, but she's built for stealth, not grit. Hold on tight.
Again, increased quality of cutscenes. I love the distinction. The Republic goes down to the city to assist in, you know, the whatever these people want, since we don't actually have a lot of information on what they're after. The Empire crash lands in this one random spot on, like, just over here. I was actually noticing we didn't explore the whole area. The whole map, I mean. And I was kind of hoping it meant some of it was, you know, Sith and some of it was public. What am I playing? Right. Warrior. Hey, Star Wars.
This is orbital support to ground. Repeat, support team to ground. Codes verified. I don't know who you are, and when the Hutt's trying to listen in, I don't want to. Just tell me your condition.
We're ready to move out. What is the plan, support team?
Top priority is to establish a corridor on and off-world. My team needs access planetside, and you need an exfiltration route. Shuttle flights are unreliable, but Makeb has gravity hooks for slow-speed cargo transport. Ground-to-atmosphere turbo lifts ready for capture.
Gravity hooks. If we want to take and hold one, we'll need one that's isolated. We can't draw attention. Your assessment?
Sending coordinates of a recommended site now. Opposition will be heavy. When the Hutts took Makeb, they paid off the planet's defense force. Veteran mercenary band called the Interstellar Regulators. But sweep the bunkers around Gravity Hook 7 and you can wipe out the mercenaries and signal the all clear. Then hit the Gravity Hook itself, fast and quiet.
Send me all the data you have and leave it to me.
I'll stay online, but until we're planetside, comms will be patchy. And there's one other thing. Watch out for ground quakes. Couple of tremors hit the planet recently, and you don't want to get swallowed whole.
Sorry, jotting down some notes. Well, as has been mentioned several times, and again, this is not headcanon, the game itself has acknowledged this a few times, the Sith Empire bet very heavily on the invasion of Corellia, and between everything, just literally all 8 classes, that went very badly for the Sith Empire. So, they just had their Battle of Yonkers, for those of you who get the reference. And yeah, the Sith Empire's on its way out. I actually posit that they were fighting each other more than they were fighting the enemy.
This is Gravity Hook 7 to Regulator Post 2X3. We have not received an all-clear signal. The strike team is on its way. Never mind. Signal just came through. Sorry, Commander. Some sort of comm disruption. Must have been another ground quake.
This is support team to ground. That's one clear. Whoever you are, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's not even accounting the events of Ilum, where one of their highest ranking and most powerful members decides to go rogue, primarily to fix all the nonsense that just went bad. Naturally, this leads to a brief civil war, and though brief, it did manage to lose a lot of forces on the Imperial side, so, now they have even less than they did before. And yeah, that's also ignoring what the Star Cabal was doing this entire time. Like, this was a no-win scenario for the Sith Empire, and it should be. As we've talked about several times, the Sith Empire never should have won this war. The only reason they had any success during the previous assault in Coruscant was because their operational tactics were like that of a marauding band. Plunge straight for Coruscant. I know, they didn't go straight for it. But you get my point, if you follow the corridor of attack, it's very much, and then Coruscant! They don't have the anything for anything else. Yeah, I wasn't even going to talk about the fact that they decided to shut down intelligence.
Post 2X9. The Archon's pet freak is cracking down on security, so we still need that all clear. Over.
By the way, are you an Inquisitor or a warrior,
Coming in now.
Arcano?
Got it. I'll let you get back to playing Pazak, or however you pass the time.
Support team to ground. Remember I mentioned the quakes? That was a minor one.
Any idea what's causing these ground quakes? Could they cause a problem?
Makeb's always been volatile, but local reports say it's been especially bad this year. Geologic shifts of some sort. I'm not too worried, but I'll keep an eye out. I'll check in at the next bunker.
Hang on. So do we have in our party right now a bounty hunter, an agent, a warrior, and an Inquisitor? Because that amuses me greatly. Who's the second Inquisitor? Oh, Vigilance and Inquisitor. I swear. You know what? I think I'm thinking of your trooper, aren't I? No, whatever. Damn it! Damn you, Vigilant! You've ruined our perfect symmetry. How could you? I hate to gush, but I actually really like this quest structure here. We're running around, taking over the enemy bases. Do you mind? Remote, watch points, right? They're outposts. And going out of our way to shut down their well, to give the all-clear signal so nobody actually knows we're here. The Vigilant is pure evil, but I mean, he's pure evil no matter what he's playing. He was mean to Happy Hut, for God's sakes. There's no accounting for that.
This is Gravity Hook 7 to Regulator Post 2X4. Receiving the all-clear signal now.
Last one. You should be able to hit the gravity hook without anyone sounding alarms. Play this right, the Hutts will never know. You'll have to assault the hook's base, then take a lift to the docking ring. That's where the command crew will be.
Where are you and the rest of the support team now? Still in orbit?
Affirmative. As soon as you've secured the docking ring, though, we'll come on board. We have identified a member of the opposition. The mercenary's overseer is the pet project of one of the Hutts running Makeb. He's an alien Wifid, trained from the time he was a cub to be a Hutt cartel enforcer. Big and brutal. Thought you should know.
Why would I have to, Gunga? She doesn't like McDonald's that much. Interesting. No, she prefers Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I'm already surprisingly impressed with this. I suppose I shouldn't say surprisingly, but I am surprised at how good these quests are so far. We're not that far in, too. I can't wait for it to completely lose me due to some padding or some nonsense. Wait, where's Arcana? Which of these is Arcana? That one's Arcana. Yeah, I don't have a quest indicator at all. So I'm actually running blind for once. I mean, let's look at the politics of Chick-fil-A for a second, and then let's throw it out the window and completely ignore it. Chick-fil-A is probably one of the best fast food restaurants in the United States. Like in terms of customer service, in terms of speed, in terms of quality of the food. It's top tier. There's a reason they do so much business. Interesting. Probably a while, Arcana. Like a couple days, maybe? I don't know, Loner. I threw it out the window. Okay. I used to go to Hobby Lobby all the time, but not for whatever you're thinking.
Support team to ground. We're in a shuttle and ready to dock as soon as you have control. I've got another favor to ask, though. See if you can get the mercenaries' hut overseer talking. I'd like a voice print from him.
Do you always take souvenirs from your enemies? Or is the overseer special?
Get his voice print, and we can synthesize it when the huts come calling.
I don't care about the all-clear signal. I want a visual link to regulator post 2x3.
I'll keep trying, sir.
Hi! Oh, well, I know what happened. What is that species? The Empire on Makeb. Why? What happens here is not your concern.
Makeb has something the Empire needs. The Hutt cartel is in the way.
I will tell the Archon when you are dead. My master will be very interested.
Your master. What's his role in the Hutt cartel?
The Archon is the knight of the shadows, cutting the throats of our enemies. He has vision! But you will never meet him. You know, ironically, I can't really do Five Guys. I'm saying that wrong. I don't like Five Guys that much.
Support team, the docking ring is secure.
Yeah, it's too greasy
for me. You may proceed to board.
It's the same problem I have with Pizza Hut, really. I basically can't eat it. Now I have the perfect song for where we are right now.
Take positions, everyone. Bedaru, scan the base. Captain Honthor, you're on comms. You're the commander. I didn't know you'd be on the ground.
Sir, the Hutts
You look just like me.
What we need to fake a response. What answer should I send?
Tell the Hutts that we had a shielding failure, and radiation levels are rising. We have it under control, but we're temporarily quarantining the gravity hook.
Do it. I'm Catherine Niar, by the way. 8 years Ministry of Logistics, 3 months Black Ops Coordinator. Times being what they are.
Lord Sitharat, Tactical Advisor. My life for you, my loyalty to the Empire.
I'm here to organize the team and facilitate your needs. He'll suggest people to kill.
You pledge your life to me, but who made you Sith? I would know your loyalties.
The traitor Darth Malgus brought me out of the Academy. I am here to pay for his crimes. The Empire must be united.
Imagine if this actually was hard.
If we're going to steal Makeb's Isotope 5 stockpile, we don't have much time. Once the Hutts figure out what we're after, they'll shut down our escape route.
Fleets burn over Balmorra to buy us this opportunity. We mustn't waste it.
Our proposed target is Solida Hesk, Mining Corporation executive. Secretly worked with the Hutts to study Isotope 5 and sell out the planet. She's hosting half a dozen Hutts and their bodyguards.
Oh, there you go, 6 Hutts.
Resort. But if there's anyone who knows where the isotope is stored, it's her.
With that many Hutts in one place, the resort will be secure. What about drawing her elsewhere?
Possible, but her terminals at home are hooked into the company database. We may need them anyway.
A covert assault is best. I will have tactical feeds for you once you arrive.
Transportation will be ready soon. You can break in, question her, and get her to turn over control of the corporate computers. Any words to your team before you go?
Do what you came to do, and don't look at me for inspiration.
What I don't do... The Emperor could go screw himself, so I'm not doing that. What do you want from me? Let's see here. I mean, they don't know that. So somebody asked about dominoes in the States. There's several... Wow, that's actually kind of an interesting outfit. There's several chains here in the States that all share the exact same quality. How... good they are.
This is Lord Sitharat. There is a guard post near your landing position. I advise eliminating its protectors before they investigate.
How good they are depends entirely on the individual spot. Like, you could have a really good subway, a really bad subway, a really good Domino's, a really bad Domino's, etc. It depends all on the individual spot.
This is Lord Sitharat. There is a guard post near your landing position. I advise eliminating its protectors before they investigate.
That being said, in my personal experience, Subway has the greatest range. They can be the worst and the best. Domino's can be pretty bad, but not as bad as some other pizza places. And obviously quite good. I would say the most consistently good pizza joint around, in my experience, is Little Caesars. Yes.
I am here, securing the line. I gather you felt that. If these quakes continue, none of us may escape intact.
If that gravity hook topples, we're going to have a problem. Find a way to stabilize it.
I'll put our science consultant on the job. He's en route to the planet now.
Solida Hesk and her corporation hold the secrets of Isotope 5. She is currently at her resort, hosting 3 Hutt clan lords.
Manju is a spice trafficker and slaver. Kabisho is a negotiator and advocate for the cartel, and Prodorania runs an industrial moon.
Hesk has installed substantial automated security, and each hut also has a cadre of bodyguards. Resistance is inevitable.
If an alarm goes out from the resort, the whole Hutt army will descend on us. Bodyguards will be the least of our problems.
I concur. The resort is built on a self-contained mesa. Isolate the mesa, and neither reinforcements nor fleeing witnesses will pose a problem.
There are only a handful of landing pads around the resort, so I'd suggest destroying the pads and the shuttles.
However, the Hutt's bodyguards are garrisoned at the landing pads as well. To cut off the resort, you will need to pass through them.
Killing may not be necessary. Do you have a holding facility ready?
We're short-staffed to run a prison, but I'll see what I can do.
I will monitor your position and update you as I can. May the Force grant you strength.
Really, Jarandolphine? Is it good stuff? Now, to clarify my statement slightly, Little Caesars also probably has the lowest ceiling on quality. Like, it is consistently good, and I stand by that sentence. But you're not going to get super amazing pizza at Little Caesars.
Forces are ahead. These are his elite slavers, responsible for turning the royal family of Vena into chattel for the Nar Shaddaa markets. According to Manju, they also once brought him a Sith Lord in chains. I do not believe it.
Yeah, exactly, Leonard. That's why I emphasized that it was the most consistent pizza joint I've had. Papa John's is usually towards the lower end for me. So I'll go ahead and admit, I have never had what I would consider to be very good Papa John's. In fact, I stopped ordering them, not because of any other reason, but because I just couldn't get a good Papa John's. That being said, Papa John's doesn't go that far down either. The worst Subway I ever had was at a Walmart. I remember it distinctly because it was slimy, the bread was simultaneously stale and wet and tasteless and too thin. The vegetables had that peculiar taste they have when you could tell they've just been pulled out of the freezer and, like, not thawed properly. And the meat was slimy, which I think, like I already said, but it deserves to be repeated. It was terrible. Like I said, Subway has the greatest range of quality. I didn't even finish that particular sandwich.
Kabisho the Hutt's servants are near. They are Nikto, whose clan has served the Hutts for 12 generations, bred for battle. They are also known to keep formidable pets. Stay cautious.
I mean, you can say that, Alex, but I've had good Subways and Walmarts before. That's why I went for it. Speaking of which, the best Subway I ever had, that's actually tough, because I've had some very good Subway. But it's probably when I was working at Subway. This was actually a very brief period of time. It was only like a 3-month job. But still. Let's just say that I made some very, very good subs at that place. And we actually kept fresh ingredients, which were, you know, shipped in and properly kept... It was really, really, really good. Nice, thick bread, which was actually properly warm. And had that kind of chewy factor to it, you know? In a good way. Like, it felt like you're really biting into it, and it's like, oh, it's so good. Just a hint of butter. And the Lunatic Pandora was there. It was fantastic. So yes, Lataria, you have one question still in the queue, and that is, and I'm going to ask this of chat too, what was your reaction when the extremely spoilery thing happened in the 1980s Transformers film?
You are approaching a cluster of Prodorania the Hutt's bodyguards. These are enforcers from his manufacturing plants. Brutes, not intelligent, but physically powerful. They can survive breathing toxins 20 hours a day. They will not die easily. mesa is sealed. No reinforcements will come, and no one can flee. I suggest you proceed to the estate.
Don't let your guard down. The hut security may be broken, but Solida Hesk still has droids.
I actually saw that in the theaters as well, although I think I was younger than Justin at the time. But I had no reaction to the scene in question because I had no real attachment to the character. In fact, I'm pretty sure my exact reaction was, oh, I wonder when he's coming back, you know. There was another scene later which really bothered me. Can you guess which one it is? This way. No, it's Savacom. The greatest of all comms. Alright, fine. I'll drink just a bit of coffee. That's for you. It was when they were being dragged to be dumped into a pit of what looked a lot like molten metal. That bugged the crap out of me. Honestly, it's probably one of the most impacting scenes in the whole movie. Still. It's just so wonderfully detached in how mechanical it is. And you're dead. And you're dead. And they're all screaming as they're tossed into this molten metal. Just, God. Thank you, Savacom.
Solida Hesk should be around somewhere.
My slavers are dead. Yet my honor guard as well. This is your fault, Mistress Hesk. You promised the Archon your home was secure.
My security himself, and if you have a problem, well, why don't you slither back and let me handle this? So the Empire is on Makeb now? Trying to kill the Hutts while they're in one place? Or do you trot after the Republic fleet wherever it goes?
There's no need for insults.
Oh, I was gonna choke her.
You're a businesswoman, and I'm here to ask questions. That's all. What do you know about Isotope 5?
Isotope 5. Right. Yes, my company found it, mined it for our Hutt investors. Kept it a secret by their request. Worst deal we ever made. It's because of the Hutts that we're going to lose Makeb.
You sold out your whole world to a cartel of criminals. How did you expect it to end?
You're not understanding. I'm not being melodramatic. We are literally losing the planet. Makeb only has a few weeks left before the planetary core rips apart. That's what happens when you extract Isotope 5.
The ground quakes.
No more Makeb, no more Isotope, and no more fancy resort or corporation. So yes, I'll need Hutt allies once my planet is gone.
Do the Hutts know that Makeb is doomed?
Of course, that's why they're mining all the Isotope 5 they can. Go ahead, watch my hands, I'm not triggering any alarm. There. I've granted access to my corporate systems.
Checking. We're in.
I have information, money and influence, and I'm as happy to work with you as with the Hutts. Just help me survive.
She acts unforgivably.
She's not going to betray us today. And if anyone can mislead the Hutts about our presence, it's her.
My operation, my decision. Consider this a stay of execution, Hesk.
Thank you. I'll keep funneling my resources to you and keep an ear out for anything new. In the meantime, what should I tell the Hutts?
The Empire knows the Republic is struggling with the Hutts over Makeb. Where the Republic goes, the Empire follows.
I can sell that. Good luck out there.
We'll check her corporate data and wait for you at the gravity hook. We can chat about the end of the world.
Dario asks a terrible question while we're talking about food. He says, what's the worst body smell you've ever smelled? Do we not have a way to get up there? Whatever, let's try this. Yeah, I apparently didn't either. But it's not actually the worst, because it doesn't really work that way.
At your service, my lord.
It would be more accurate to say, what is the most consistently bad I've ever smelled? Used to work with a dude, and I've actually told this story before because he didn't shower at all. You can probably imagine what that smelled like, but the worst part wasn't the fact that he didn't shower, as absolutely bizarre as that sounds. The worst part is he would grab dryer sheets and stick them in his armpits and just kind of have them there during work. And the combination of the body smell plus the dryer sheets was actually worse. Like, across the board.
We've got to have topographic scans, satellite imagery, something.
You survive. It is a good day.
Right, welcome back. We found the Isotope 5's location in Hesk's files. The bad news? Getting to it is a problem. The good news? Makeb won't explode for weeks, so why worry?
Tell me the location of the stockpile. I want to move as soon as possible.
The Hutts are keeping the isotope at Stronghold 1. It's a massive vault built by the government for Makeb's treasury.
One entrance, unbreachable walls, 6 layers of security.
6, plus a prototype being assembled by the Hutts. Some kind of Isotope 5-powered droid in the early stages. We're going to need time to plan.
This prototype, what are its capabilities? How close is it to coming online?
We're not sure yet. And we also need to worry about the Hutts crashing down on us once we make our move.
We require a distraction. Show the intercepted message.
Interstellar Regulator Command to the Archon. The civilians are getting restless. I had to stop a riot today. And it'll get worse if the Republic's involved. We're moving the hover tanks into settlements. That'll keep them locked down. And we'll level city blocks if we have to.
Wouldn't take much to start a revolt. Worldwide rebellion, and the Hutts won't have the manpower to keep us from the isotope.
If we start a revolution now, people will die fighting the Hutts.
Then we'll give them a chance to win.
You could free the settlements. Hover tanks are the vanguard of the mercenary army, armored and powerful. If you destroy them, the people could rally.
What about propaganda? Couldn't we send a message? Incite them somehow?
Tell them about mercenary atrocities, and how the Republic has made a deal.
Giga is apparently also evil today.
Make them afraid.
It's the second time I've seen her take the evil choice, too.
If you can destroy the hover tanks, I'll keep you up to date on the status of the revolution.
You go to war against the Hutts today. It will be an honor to observe.
The good option was to tell them the truth, that the planet is dying. The evil option was to lie to them, which is what she picked. Nah, Vigilant can't participate in a lot of these cutscenes for some reason. I'm guessing because he can't, like he's already done this or whatever. There. Non-FF4 music. Just for you, Blade Tavall. Definitely not on random. Okay, there you go. Because Vigilant already did it. What was my reaction to the dip scene in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? First time I ever saw that film, I didn't finish that film because I put the film down after the dip scene. Wow, that's just an enemy I can attack. Interesting. Granted, I was in the single-digit range when I saw that, but I stand by that reaction, to be honest. This is interesting. I was going to say, this is probably one of the first bits of actual enemy variety in the entire game. Yeah, it's functionally a turret, but they're actually playing with it a bit. That's kind of a neat concept. I like that. I think it's happening alongside. We've already seen several references to what's going on the Republic side. I have a weird feeling we're going to be involved in that brief little Imperial soiree that the Republic saw in the middle of it. I mean, it takes a special amount and type of cruelty to take something that is cute, lovable, and is trying to hug you, and torture it to death. This is from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I actually can't tell you any more without spoiling, but it is from that game. Actually, I guess I can tell you the name of the song, which is Area 17. Well, even that is kind of a spoiler, now that I think about it. Shaka. Alright. How relevant do I think market demand survey is to a potential development of a new game? Now? Like in the modern era? I would say maybe 2% relevance. Maybe less. Huh. I just got some complimentary cartel coins. I'm guessing that's my monthly sub stipend. Not eligible for this conversation. Oh, I'm in combat. With the turrets! Of course I am. Oh, they don't get jack, J. Palm. Are you kidding me? Yes. Again, with the turrets. I like to think that the people on the turrets, because you notice there's a person on the turret, is like, yeah, I'm just going to stand here. Come to me if you want to fight. This is also Three Houses, by the way.
The hover tanks have been destroyed, and the mercenaries have been routed.
Dark Lord.
We have observed the enemy's flight. Riots have begun across the planet.
The Hutts just authorized the execution of any civilians not carrying ID. The mercenaries are demanding a raise.
What sort of people terrorize and execute innocents for money?
To shed blood for one's home, one's beliefs, is glorious. There is no glory here.
There is something else. Some of the civilian leadership seems reluctant to take this opportunity to strike. We think they're laying low and regrouping. But if we're going to steal the Isotope 5, we need the civilian leaders organizing a full-on revolt. If I set up a meet, can you push them?
I've earned the loyalty of Jedi, cults, and military leaders. Provincial revolution...
And changes her outfit every cutscene.
Of course. There's a man named Polis Avesta, who's got influence with the rebels. He's holed up at an old plantation. You've already got half the planet riled up. Win over Avesta, and he'll make sure everyone's pointing the right way.
Have I told you the BC Legion turret story, Shadow Machine? BC did have turrets, yes. Alright, so in Burning Crusade, they added a enemy type, which was a turret. It's exactly what it sounds like. They hit like an absolute truck to accommodate, but they were, of course, static, and you could just outrange them. BC was also kind of a buggy expansion. So, there I am in the Nether Storm. Now, for a bit of perspective, it's way up north here, okay? Now, I happen to aggro something, but it's okay because it de-aggroes me, and I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. Hang on. So, I hop on my flying mount and start flying south. After a few minutes, I see a weird effect on my character, and I'm very confused by this. Because it's just, I'm just flying out in space, effectively, and all of a sudden, and I'm like, what? So I start looking around with the camera, confused, and I turn behind me, and I see this green fireball very, very slowly catching up to me until it collides with me, and I'm like, what? So I slow down for a bit, I look behind me, and there's a turret floating through space, just kind of following me. Keep in mind, I'm not in combat. I make it all the way down to my destination, which was the southern zone I suddenly can't think of the name of. Shadow Moon Valley. I make it all the way down to the Shadow Moon Valley. And I make it there, and I'm like, okay, no problem. By this point, I've already kind of mentioned to some of my friends who were on at the time that there's this a demon turret following me across space. And by the time I land and I start doing the quest there, I'm like, okay, maybe it, I'm sure it went away by now, right? And I'm like, oh my god. And I turn around, and there, bearing down on me from the sky, is this stupid turret. Mind you, I am still not in combat with it. In fact, I can't even target it. For the record, it was doing damage to me. When I died, I didn't release immediately. And the turret and I was just waiting to see the turret reset. It sat there, firing at my corpse. I logged out for the day.
Don't move! None of you move!
Careful, ground team. Listen to their voices. They cannot defeat you, but they stand defiant.
I've come for Paula Sylvester. Where is he?
Right here. I received your message. You freed the settlements, and I'm grateful. But why would the Empire get involved at all?
No one should be forced to work in Hutt mines and die a slave. The Empire is sympathetic to your cause.
You're not serious.
We've given you an opportunity to fight back. You need to take it and organize a planet-wide attack.
And what if we say no?
I have so much to offer you. Things you haven't considered. Would you say no forever?
Fascinating points. I'll bite. I'll need to talk to my associates first, though. I can't make this decision for the whole planet.
It's okay, it's only like 1 million people.
Once Polis is on board, get out and I can tip off the regulator mercenaries. Let them know Polis's attack is coming. Maximize the blood and fury.
Balance everything out, so the Hutts and rebels kill one another. Is that it?
What? We don't want the Hutts to win, but we need to draw the fight out as long as possible. I thought you'd like it.
No.
These rebels battle for their people against unthinkable odds. They deserve our admiration.
It's done. Within 12 hours, we'll coordinate raids on the regulator bases and Hutt palaces. But we're still outmatched. Stay and help us plan.
Okay.
Show me your equipment and your team. There's a lot to prepare and not much time.
I guess you made your call.
Yes, I did. Do you question
Take
your
teams
Roth?
here and here. Understood?
Won't be easy.
We won't do better either. We should get ready, and you should get going. Not sure I should say it to the Empire, but thank you.
As a reminder, this is my main character, which means this is also my most good character. No more screwing around, no more picking options just to see. This is my main. So I'm going to be actually playing, you know, Initiate at this point. Anyways. Let's do it. Oh wait, we have to go. God dang it. Here are they. Initia, which I don't remember what it means. It's a variant on something, and I don't remember what. God dang it. Questions. Does the golden droid remind me of Gallywix's robot suit? I mean, it's like a really poor man's version of it, but yes. How much do I like the Republic? I hate the Republic. The Republic is a colossal bureaucratic mess of corruption and stupidity. It's pretty much exactly the thing that I champion against in real life every day. And by champion, I mean sit here and mumble about because there's nothing I can actually do about it. Powerlessness. This doesn't seem right. Whatever. Just gonna keep going. Let's see. What character am I playing for this expansion? Did I do... No, we haven't done the dungeons yet. We need to do those soon-ish at some point. Would I say it's fair to compare the 40k Chaos forces with the Sith in that they would win if they'd actually stop killing themselves? No. Because that applies... You know, I'm actually going to deliver to die. I think this is faster. Because that applies to everyone in 40k. Here? Really? Okay. That sucks.
You called?
There's a thought.
Good as new.
Make there be no galactic civilizations at all in the Star Wars reboot. Or the Star Wars rewrite, excuse me. What was the best chances of winning in 40k? The Tyranids. Valum? Reminds me a little bit too much of Valium, but otherwise. Yes, and they keep being evil, Malachor. It's terrible. Uh-oh. Did we just lose someone? 16 settlements in rebellion, 2 mining crews taking hostages, and now the Republic military.
My teams say they're outgunned. Tell the Hutts to get us aerial support or the regulators walk. The Hutts took our planet from us. Now we take it back.
Every channel, much the same.
Sir, we're getting a few hours before the fighting settles. That's our window to break into Stronghold 1 and steal the Isotope 5.
How are the rebels faring against the mercenaries and the Hutt Armada?
They fight bravely. They will not win this day. But give them time.
Can you get me the Stronghold 1 data? Right. The vault facility is built into a volcanic mesa, with a single entrance above the magma. It's also got sensors, alarms, enough to catch any thief who gets inside.
You said the place was built by the Makeb government. That's an impressive amount of security, even for a government vault.
Makeb was built on mineral wealth, but because of the problems shipping off-planet, storing valuables was an issue. Our science consultant has a way around the security, though.
Niga manik nagig oya, makini argam kim mamek wawak. Beraka karam kara, ninyamak oramag yang megik. Mem amgap kugap, kramanik, umka kiga mayamak.
I haven't seen your species with the Science Bureau before.
Kalajiwa Nimok. Bemgam Nyama Naya Aikam.
My squad will follow your initial insertion to cover your escape route. Once inside, expect heavy resistance. Regulator mercenaries and automated security, yes. But also specialists loyal to the Hutt cartel.
There's also the Hutt's prototype Isotope 5 droid. Assuming it's online, which we probably should. Still trying to find its weak points, but we're out of time.
It has to be more than a name and a power source. What can the droid do?
Nulilak apa jam kamgram. Amka nem nang nemua inuk. Kam inu nemuk. Naja naya akam memnik miraka.
We estimate the Hutts have mined about 100 kilos of Isotope 5. You'll be able to move it by hand with Sithrat's help. I think that's everything. We're at your service.
Things are about to get tense. What's the mood of your people?
Frankly, no one came here expecting to survive. But we all want to see it through.
This is our redemption.
Not for all of us. Sergeant Bederu is doing it for his family. Honthor wants to set an example for his people, but we're ready to save the Empire. You'll get the Isotope 5 off-world.
Plan your funerals another time. I mean to get all of you out alive.
Sort of a bonus, then. Thanks. Nodrin, send that data on where to plant the explosives. Sithrat, get your team ready. All hands, let's go.
I'm sorry, was that a real sub, Malachor, or was that a notification? Because it wasn't clear. Yeah, of all species to make canon, why the frickin' Ricotta? Good God. Ah, I see why. It didn't automatically unlock. I have to actually click it.
At your service, my lord.
Loner asks an interesting question. How does Tor end? I assume the Republic wins and then we move on to Bane. Or does the Empire reign for a time? Would you believe I have no idea? Ignoring the obvious fact that Tor doesn't fit canon or EU. The fact of the matter is I actually know very little about that particular history just because I've never been interested in it. So I've never really looked into it.
First detonator set. All teams on schedule. We're picking up wildlife down there with you.
Whoa.
We're guessing the quakes are disturbing the ecosystem. Doesn't help you, I suppose.
I mean, I doubt they want Tor to end anytime soon, so... I doubt they've even really thought about it. I see. Okay. Okay. That was very strange, but sure, sure. Let's see. I think the Battle of Corellia would have gone better if the Empire hadn't disbanded Imperial intelligence. Yes, but I still don't think they were going to win. I feel like I'm not emphasizing this properly. The Empire really had all the cards laid against it. The only reason the Sith Empire was able to accomplish anything is because the Republic was just that pathetic and incompetent. They took full advantage of that. Arguably, the Republic kind of had a wake-up call with the battle that led to Coruscant, you know, the initial charge. so we're able to actually build up. And it feels like it's kind of building towards some sort of thing where, you know, the person really behind everything was trying to ensure that the Republic and the Empire would both be in a position to kill each other off. And then there could be billions of death, and then he could eat the galaxy. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. He's hungry. Okay, he just woke up. He didn't have dinner last night. Ugh, he's just... God. He just needs a Snickers, okay?
The last of the charges are in place. Support team, confirm.
Confirming. We'll get a major groundquake when those go off. Recommend you find shelter before detonation. The mercenaries' landing pad isn't far. Should be sturdy enough not to collapse.
Heading to the landing pad now. Keep me informed.
Damn this planet. Do I think Sarish knew and/or approved about the brief alliance during Ilum? She arguably should know about it, but honestly, at the same time, she might not have. Like, if she was doing her job properly, she should know about it, which means she probably didn't. And she absolutely wouldn't approve because she's a moron. Here. We made it. We're at the landing pads, game. Game. Here, landing pad. Very clearly on the landing pad. Behold its landingness and its paddiness. Well, anyways, can I do any of the tour dances in real life? Probably. No, I will not do it on camera. Don't even ask. It is the landing pad. Look, check it out. That's strange. Anyways, funniest bug I've encountered in WoW in particular. Oh, jeez. There's so many. Where do I even begin? That's Orkano's quest, not ours. Although, that's an interesting point. Why does his quest update, not ours? Now Giga's on the quest. What? I think every enemy in the game has the default movement speed, so it'd be more accurate to say that they didn't remove the turret's movement speed.
This is the ground team. Preparing to detonate charges.
Acknowledged.
Hey look, in-engine cutscenes again.
Status report?
Nani kara mirek agam.
There's a general alarm going out, but that's standard for a groundquake of this magnitude.
And the stronghold won't be getting reinforcements while the Hutts are putting down the revolt. You're clear to go inside.
Do we have schematics? Security rosters? What am I facing in there?
Sending the blueprints now. We know the place is full of regulator mercenaries and Hutt cartel specialists, but we're light on details. Lord Sitharat's team will follow you in and hold the upper levels open. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never even heard of Darth Deathless or Darth Phobos, so that's gonna be my answer to that. Let's see. Most good character in WoW. Probably Dying Scream. Most evil character in WoW. That'd probably be my main, Zilash. She did condemn Garrosh's soul to exist within the Shadowmourne, after all. Hi. Really? That hurts. Dying Scream is my death knight, yes. My main is my demon hunter, who used to be a warrior. Undead, night elf. Most good WoW NPC? I mean, Thrall. That's an easy pick. What's Force Push called? Yes, King of Poop is live. When we do get Force Push, it's over there. There's literally one button off from being on the right button. Go figure. Let's see. So the second best chance of winning in 40k, I would actually go with the Necrons as well. And the third best chance is, of course, Chaos.
How could you not double the guard? It was a groundquake. They happen every week.
You mercenaries have gotten soft, guarding a rich little planet all these years. The regulators weren't worth buying off.
Who, Nerazos?
Silence. All of you.
Send the alarm. Tell the Hutts we're under attack.
Strange, but okay.
We must warn the Hutts. We must!
You will do nothing. Dark Lord.
You like calling us that, don't you?
With your leave, we will hold position here. No one will pursue you. No one will close off your escape route.
Your team looks hurt. How bad is it?
All of them yet live. Your attention honors them.
My lord, I'll start trying to access the security controls. Maybe we can link them to the gravity hook.
Begin. If we can bring Stronghold 1 under your control, perhaps it will be of use. We shall await your word.
Hi, Hazardous. Yep. Okay. Let's see. I think I can make that fall, but, you know. Do I think Merrick would have felt How do you think Merrick would have felt if he knew what Logain did? He would not be super pleased about that. I could actually see him attacking Logain on the spot for that. Listen, he can't do that 24/7. He's got to look up at some point, right? He's got to take a hydration break, you know. How much do I know about... Oh, yeah, I already answered that one. Does this change my thoughts on Suresh? He's described as a warmonger, wants nothing but total victory and is a megalomaniac. Okay, that doesn't change anything at all, no. I know how to make Amaris. What is Amaris?
Support to ground team. Sithrat's men got us into Stronghold 1 scanners. Radiation levels spike just ahead of you.
I'm gonna go with no.
This is our last chance to strategize. How do I destroy that thing?
7.8 watt.
Molecular disruption units, as defined by the Skoan and Weaponeers. Apologies for the non-standard weapon. It may be possible to complement your personal weaponry with Stronghold 1's automated defenses. You'd need to survive long enough to reprogram them.
What about taking control of the prototype? It could be a major asset.
Unfortunately, its systems are separate from the facilities, and this music is too good. Transferring data. Upload this software into the automated defenses. I will humbly work with Lord Sethra to target the Isotope 5 droid.
Get ready then. And good luck in there, ground team.
Probably King of Koopa's life. There we go. Much better. It's Giraffe Droid. Right, can I help you, Giraffe Droid? Death to Giraffe Droid! Use him and then dispose of him, Dakdaft, obviously. Same thing he does with everyone else. Best vampire hunter? Oh, geez, I don't know. Let's see. We've got Van Helsing. We've got Buffy. I can't think of any others off the top of my head.
The reprogramming is working. Nadrin and Lord Sithrat should be able to fire the guns.
Oh yeah, the various Belmonts, who probably win by default, honestly. $44 million, Sarura. Blade? I guess he is kind of a vampire hunter, isn't he? I don't know. I've never actually read the Blade comics, so I actually can't speak to that. Those are still all activated. Alright, whatever. If you have not heard the Cyber Shadow playlist, I highly recommend buying it, first of all, because the dude deserves the money for it, but second of all, just listening to it. Really good game with a really good soundtrack. Oh, that's sight. Dude, the swag blade was legit. That was one of those more clever than it even looks like at first glance kind of weapons. Let's see anything else to interact with, so I guess we're just waiting it out at this point. I mean, you know what this reminds me of? And this is an insult. It reminds me of the early Tor bosses, where they were like, oh yeah, we could have boss design, but they had absolutely no idea how to do that. So you get stuff like this. Like, it's the beginnings of boss design, you know what I mean? You can tell they're just kind of playing around with the mechanics of the engine, like, what can we do with this? I also recommend you watch my stream of it, just because I want more people to watch that stream and become aware of that game, because that game is awesome. I will never stop plugging Cyber Shadow. I should probably mention Cyber Shadow is balls-crushingly hard, but it's proper difficulty for the most part. Like, a lot of people tend to forget that one of the things that made Ninja Gaiden, especially Ninja Gaiden 1, so hard was literally bad design, like the Ninja Gaiden respawn problem.
Support team. I found storage tanks, but they're mostly empty. There's only one sample left.
That can't be right. Keep looking.
The Huts could have transported the rest of the stockpile before we arrived. They may have known we were coming.
We'll figure this out.
Dun dun dun. Radiation levels increasing. Multiple sources. Identifying 24 power signatures. Wavelengths resembling the Isotope 5 prototype.
The Huts used it all. They used up the isotope to make a damned army.
Can we extract what we need from the droids? Could there be another stockpile?
I've seen Darth Mars requirements for the Isotope 5. They're very specific and unusual. It's unlikely we could utilize the droids in this way.
Look, you have a sample. Get out of there before those things activate.
Sure, we could fight like 20 of those. That sounds doable.
Please stay. I am Sajin, First Archon of the New Hutt Empire, and Shadow Chief of the Conquest World Makeb. I'd been wondering about the Empire's presence here for some time, but of course, you wanted the isotope.
You know who I am, and you are not of my station. My words are for the Supreme Mogul. Who is that today?
The Supreme Mogul commands. I guide and protect the old ways. The only Isotope 5 left on Makeb is locked in the planet's core, and when that explodes, there won't be any left at all. Our army of droids is being assembled at facilities across the planet. Your empire has nothing. Rumor is, even your emperor is missing.
I mean, he's right.
What if I were willing to make a deal? What do you want in return for the isotope?
I want to reconquer the galaxy and restore glory to my people, of course. Now let's see how many droids it takes to eliminate you. More than one, I wager, but not many.
This is Lord Sitharat. There are reinforcements coming. We are under attack.
Well, Okay. Well, I was expecting more of a fight than that. It's like... me and my big mouth. Let's not.
My lord. My team is attempting to aid you from the security center, but we cannot hold long. Awaiting orders.
What's the opposing force? What's your status?
I have 2 men down, and we face at least 30.
Kalajiwa Nimok.
Lord Sitharax, I'm transmitting a schematic. Now consulting with the Science Bureau
You're
Geoengineering
going to get them all killed.
We will do our duty.
Bastard. Between you and Sitharat, we might be able to lower the stronghold's heat shield and flood the vault with lava.
The droids would be buried in molten rock, but I doubt Sitharat's team would survive long enough to see it.
Absolutely not.
We're not leaving Sitharat and his people to die. We're pulling out. Rendezvous at the security station.
Orders received.
Go fast. Those droids could break free any time.
Like, okay, these are neat droids and all, but the moment we get them on a transport ship, we've won, so... We also have the sample. Yeah, no kidding, Damashi. It's actually kind of funny, because from an out-of-character perspective, we know that having a HUD speak BASIC is actually more work and effort for the developers, so I appreciate it. How well would Deadshot survive in Star Wars? I mean... he'd probably make it pretty well as a merc, so... I could see that. Oh yeah, another bounty hunter, exactly. Let's see. So Alex asked an interesting question, which of course was just destroyed by Jay Palmer. Hang on. Again. There we go. There we go. Oh, cutscene time. Sorry, Alex. We'll get back to it.
Weapons ready?
My lord, they're not mercenaries.
Dark Lord, you came for us.
Yeah? Oh, you mean her, right?
I'm in charge of this mission. So long as I can help it, nobody dies.
That is not what I was taught about leadership. Thank you.
He's bleeding pretty bad, but we can evacuate from here.
I actually have just been mentally headcanoning this as Harkin the whole time, because it makes it so much more appropriate.
Gravity hook. If we have to ship those people to Car City for surgery, we will. But I suggest you keep moving. Before the droids catch up, or reinforcements arrive.
Yeah, Harkin from the Sith Inquisitor story arc. Including Furt. The problem is you can kill Harkin, which is probably why he's not included. That's not the right button. That's okay. And yeah, I know. I'm thinking it because it's literally Harkin's voice actor, but honestly, I think this would fit really well if this was Harkin. Just add an extra little layer there. Ahem. I'm in combat. Cool. I like being in combat. Death to whatever's following me. Let's see if they de-aggro. Let's see if they leash. And nope. Okay. What's my favorite particular screw that? What's my favorite screw that thing in particular moment? notebook. That's how I'm paying attention. Where am I? Where I thought I was. No, it's gone. It's gone, Alex. It's been deleted. Destroyed by the Empire. I can't think of any screw that person in particular moments. I know they exist, I just can't think of any. Apart from the scientist hut, did the others speak basic on the Republic side? No. Just Happy Hut. Nobody else. How well do I think Kira and Nadia would do in the Clone Wars? They'd probably do decently and die during the Clone Wars. Like every other Jedi did, really. Okay, we escaped. We did it.
The Hutts are aware of your presence, and the Isotope 5 is gone.
Yes, my lord. We have a sample, and there's more in the core, but I failed.
Today, 3 planets fell to Republic butchers. I sacrificed those worlds and my legions to buy time for this operation. You are responsible for what happened on Makeb.
You want results, I want an explanation. Isotope 5 is powerful, but what makes it the key to winning the war?
You have seen what it can do for the Hutts. Envision it in our hands, but the details must remain secret. We have a chance to forge a new empire. An empire united in loyalty and passion, not simplistic dedication to an unseen emperor.
I thought we killed Malgus.
Procure the Isotope 5 and the empire dies forever. Solve this.
Kam inu nemuk. Naja naya akam memnik miraka.
And we can't mine the isotope ourselves before the planet explodes. Even if the Hutts cooperated, we'd never get enough.
Maybe there's another option. Could we synthesize the material? Or mine it on another world?
Memgam gamgi. Nina gegwan. Amnerna hanak.
So we're back at the start. Without Makeb, there is no Isotope 5.
If the Isotope 5 is locked in the core, and the core is about to detonate, then that's where we need to focus. How do we slow the destruction of the planet? How do we save Makeb?
I don't know if that's possible.
Beraka karam kara. Ninyamak.
That would require significant innovation. I can make no promises.
The Empire has no higher priority. Nardrin, contact the Science Bureau. Bring in any outside help you need. Niar, search Solida Hesk's databanks. Her mining company must have studied the planet's geology. The rest of you, maintain security and assist wherever needed. We have work to do.
If I may, my lord, they're making progress. But even if we save Makeb, the timing... If the Hutts realize the planet's not about to blow, they'll never leave willingly. We can't afford a ground war. We still need them to evacuate.
We don't even know what's possible. Take it one problem at a time.
Kala jiwa nimok. Bemgam nyama naya aikam.
Terra's engineering post here. Stabilizing Makeb's core is theoretically possible, but we don't have enough data.
Quest Geo-Survey Station. We need to induce the Isotope 5 inside Makeb to release an energy pulse, allowing us to map all of its deposits.
Mem amgab kugab, kramanik, umka kiga mayama.
You'll, however, have to travel to the core of the planet.
Traveling kilometers below Makeb's surface won't be simple. We aren't equipped for deep core mining.
If we do this, Our best access point is the laser drill shaft, where the Isotope 5 was originally discovered. The shaft runs kilometers under a mining station and it's been abandoned, so probably treacherous. But less chance of Hutt interference.
Every second, this planet comes closer to destruction. I'll go. Keep working on the plan.
Laporam amka, mamni nikag, nagnaya mamni, kamgram.
Be careful. The center of a planet isn't built for people.
Really? That's... wow, who knew? Oh, I don't know. A couple years, J. Palmer. So, Alex, your question didn't actually get deleted. Sorry. Use the... So, Alex asked an interesting question. What do the planets of the Star Wars galaxy gain by joining the Republic or the Empire? Standardized currency? Uniform laws? Except, as several things have pointed out, they don't actually have standardized currency, and they don't really have standardized laws, but let's ignore that for a second. Even assuming they did get those things could be achieved by an EU-type scenario. The European Union, not the extended universe. Have to clarify, because we're talking about Star Wars. Is there anything I can think of, or we can think of, that's worth the hassle of war of the Republic and the Empire existing? Republic credits are no good here, Caspian. I need something more real. Like, I cannot believe I lived through that. Holy crap. Did you see that jump?
Support team, do you read? I've arrived at the drill shaft.
Position confirmed.
You have perhaps reached a maintenance station. That's accompanying mineshaft should lead nearly to the planet's core. Once you are deep enough, you might introduce the core's isotope 5 deposits to release a radiation burst. Blah, blah, blah.
Are you making progress? Are we on track to stabilize Makeb before it explodes?
The Science Bureau is pursuing 3 lines of inquiry. I am coordinating. Hopefully at least one of them sucks. Unfortunately, without a test planet, final results are unpredictable.
Blueprints. I'll copy you on the data. And it looks like the machinery is offline. You want to flip the backup generators, get power to the turbo lifts and locks. But there are life forms down there, big ones.
I was going to ask how many outfits you have, but then I've seen you and Giga both rotating, so probably quite a few.
I have the means to defend myself. We'll speak when I reach the bottom.
Acknowledged. Support team out.
See, you've given me an interesting idea, Alex, and I'm going to horrifically steal it. Hang on. I just had a great idea, Alex. It's amazing. It's this great idea that I came up with on my own with no external input whatsoever. So, an idea that was tossed around for the Star Wars rewrite is to make the Republic the ancient, empire or whatever. The Fallen Empire, in Stellaris terms. They're probably still there to some extent or another, but not to any real extent. Now, hang on. That's kind of related to the idea that you just prompted in me. Oh, good, it's shared. Holy crap. What if, instead of galactic superpowers, we have the HRE in the Star Wars galaxy? Whole bunch of states, most of which are probably limited to a single system, or in some cases a single planet. Okay. They have their own influence, resources, probably their own independent military. Over the course of history, some of them, just thanks to math and the way that, statistics works, grow to be dominant in trade and military power, probably take over a few nearby planets and or systems, eventually overextend themselves, get a coalition against them, fall back down again, rinse and repeat. I need to heal really quick. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh. Giga, no! It was too much Kolto for her. There's only one way to fix her. I will absorb the power of the land itself. Yeah! Okay, we did it. Whew. The rewind, no questions, Aurora. Because seeing into the future, well, a minute only gives you a minute to plan, but being able to rewind a minute only gives you infinite time, but it also allows you to... What is that thing? Allows for screw-ups, like you can do it again and again. Yeah, actually, the Greek city-states is a little bit close to what I'm thinking, but you get the idea, right? Hi. So in other words, actually, no, you know what? The Sengoku Jidai is an even more perfect example of what I'm thinking about. And I actually know the Sengoku Jidai quite well. It's one of the few points of history I've really studied. So, yeah, no, I like that idea. I don't know, though. The downside of it is it kind of gets rid of the Republic and the Galactic Empire as galactic superpowers. Although not necessarily. We could still have, you know, superpowers. There's nothing wrong with having one state that's really big compared to all the other states. Just not make it truly a galactic power, right? Or, oh my god, that's an interesting outfit.
To support team. There's something blocking my way. The mine shaft is capped.
Checking the blueprints. Capping is standard practice when a site is shut down. There should be another route. All right, sending details. Head on in and get ready to run the experiment.
Or we could make it so that the Republic and the Galactic Empire and the Sith Empire and all those other empires are all more focused on the core worlds. Think about that for a second. Like, maybe the Republic's influence is limited to, you know, this spot right here. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? You've seen the galactic map. You know what it looks like. So the Republic has tons of influence here, and then all these other planets over here and all these other systems, they're the warring city-states, right? They've all got their own things going on. And then the Galactic Empire replaces the Republic, and once again, they have that, you know, power there. And naturally, they would want to try and expand that power out into the rest of the galaxy, because it's Palpatine. And Grub Grub. Thank you, Grub Grub, very much. Actually, ironically, what keeps coming to mind when I keep thinking of this situation is Prussia. So, I suppose we're on the same wavelength there, Act. Okay, we're good. If you want to put that sub towards something, Grub Grub, please let me know. Yeah. Damn it. The High Republic's stealing from me again, Malachor! Actually, no. I think what it is a lot of the ideas I have for, you know, a Star Wars rewrite are just kind of logical conclusions of the setting. And so I imagine that's just what other writers have already been doing when they have the freedom to do whatever in the High Republic era. I don't know Rome as well. I'd have to ask Terra about that. Okay, so that's sudden. I have to AFK for a few minutes. I'll be right back. Anyways, apparently Giga and Orcano have had some issues in my absence. Hang on. Hang on. Oh. Yeah, I was transferring the dizziness to them. So I wouldn't have to suffer it. These things are called subtaroths. Come on, game. Acknowledge that I'm here. Acknowledge that I have located the mineshaft, game. Hold on, are we in an instance? I will eventually, yes, Orcano. Not until we get to Codfee, though. Run, Giga. Run! Run! Seriously, though, is this an instance? Because if it is, then we're having the no credit bug. I actually do know that much, Alex. Carthage also relied heavily on mercenaries. Which sounds like the Republic to me. No, Giga! I'll save you in a minute, Giga, I swear. Yep, no. But hang on. As soon as they reset, I'll go res Giga. Or Giga will get herself up. I will leave group because this game hates me. I'll reset the instance. Oh, I don't even have to do that. This freaking game. Okay. Well, I was saving this actually, but whatever. Let's go ahead and become stealth real quick. My answer to that would be, there was a Sith Empire in the EU, question mark, act. So, no, cannot confirm or deny. Yeah, I kind of built a new outfit off camera, and I was going to save it until we hit Codfee, but we apparently need to do some stealthinating. Notice I got credit immediately, as I should have. Oh, the Galactic Empire. How the hell would the Galactic Empire be a constitutional monarchy? Although, admittedly, I'd struggle to think about what I would call it off the top of my head.
Ground team to support. We're in position.
Yeah, ignore the outfit. Ignore the extremely cool outfit.
Signal when you've unloaded the equipment.
I mean, the Galactic Empire was literally based off of Nazi Germany, but let's ignore that for a moment.
Nikak nanu inu, akalak nebu ruma. Alam gugu inu, nebek namkar.
Okay.
Keep checking its status. I'll buy us whatever time we need.
Puno namne nenga.
All healed.
I mean, lots of better Sith, wow, Jedi than her got killed by the clones act now, so it's not really that much of a stretch to say that she would be killed by the clones. The only question is, if she rolls the dice, does it show up as a 20? Do I think the Trek rewrite is more challenging than the Star Wars rewrite, or vice versa? I would say the Trek rewrite is a little bit more challenging. Although that might be just because we're being more ambitious with it. Yeah, I don't, Zach Taft, because I think Kira would get exactly this. It's Tails, so she's dead. Defeat the Oh, okay. Or don't. That's cool. That's also cool. When you're done knocking me down and knocking me back, we get on with this. Yeah, let's be completely honest. The only way that the only determinator whether someone lives or not is because the writers, nothing else. Logic doesn't really come into it. That's fine, really, but you know, that's why I just flipped a coin. Do I wear my shoes indoors? What in God's name, Act? No! What do we live in a barn? You put your shoes at the door, or you are not welcome in my household. Alright, now. I'm exaggerating slightly, but I am very much a shoes at door person. As is everybody I know, actually, while we're on the subject. Let's see. Do I think we'll ever see a DLC where we can play as Ciri in Cyberpunk? No. What if Carthage had conquered Rome during the Punic Wars? All of history, like literally all of it, would be changed. So much so that I can't even begin to start.
Is the inductor fully charged?
100% in holding. Ready when you are.
Radiation pulse from the core should be harmless. However, you may wish to shield your eyes. Yeah, ignore the new outfit, ignore the new outfit. It's not actually, we're not supposed to be wearing it yet. I had to stealth. Really, Act? People wear shoes indoors? God. Like, okay, real talk, that bugs the snot out of me. Do you know how hard it is to clean up after carpet and floor if you wear shoes indoors? You track all kinds of crap in. No, you put that crap at the front door.
Nodrin, what is that?
The pulse has caused a minute shift in isotope 5 energy levels. A minor groundquake is imminent.
How did I know this operation couldn't run smoothly? Suggestions? Anyone?
Oh, sorry.
You need as much distance as possible. There's an emergency shelter near the cavern entrance. Go.
Yeah, that's just... no. Like, I would take it as a personal insult if you wore shoes inside of my house. No joke. Not initially, because of course, you know, if I haven't told you that. But if I say, hey, could you take your shoes off while you're in here, and you say no, then you're never coming to my house again.
The miners cut Makeb to the bone.
Hang on. We'll accept that in a minute.
Don't.
Or it could decline it.
Weapon steady!
Funny thing is, I thought the Archon was being paranoid. Who keeps tabs on an old drill site?
Feel those tremors? In a few minutes, this cavern will come down on our heads. We need to get to the shelter.
Back on Wayland, how long did that Sith last?
Under a second. Sniper took his head.
Wayland, huh?
Okay then. We've got time.
Okay. You're all dead. Like, I might be alone, but I've got a healer and I'm a tank. So you're all dead. Alright, hang on. I need to go murder S.A. Ross really quick. No reason.
Squad 79 to carrier. We need reinforcements. Blast it.
I'd prefer to execute you myself, but the cave-in should suffice. Goodbye.
Damn you!
Yeah, well, bye. I mean, house shoes are just slippers. It's fine, but they are slippers.
Time?
6 hours. Sir, she must be running out of air.
Yeah, get out of the way. That's right, my bugged out cloak gave me the strength to escape.
My lord, forgive us for not coming sooner.
The important thing is we survived. You did well. Now, tell me about the team.
We came in as soon as those creatures cleared out. Set up a base camp on the mining platform. We got the data, though. Nodrin and the others, they think they can save Makeb.
We're on track after all. What's the plan?
We can go over everything up top. The laser drills are going to be key.
We've got another live one.
Regulator mercenaries, my lord. Buried under the rubble, but still breathing.
The mercenaries need to understand who they're facing. Kill most, make the others suffer, and send them home. I want their comrades to rethink attacking us again.
Any particulars you want done?
Psychological Operations Handbook, second appendix. Don't get squeamish. I had a lot of time to read at the Ministry of Logistics. We'll see you on the platform.
Damn it, Kate. Ah. Damn. Honestly, screw the regulators. Like, through the nose. These people are actually probably the most evil people on this planet. So, frankly, I don't want to torture them. But I do want to kill them all. So,
at your service, my lord.
You know. Nah, Jace is fine. Quinn would just whine anyways. He'd be like, "Meh." Interesting. Oh yeah, by the way, I do have one objective reason why I prefer not having shoes or socks on, which I'll share after this cutscene.
We finished the software for the laser drills. It should mean greater precision, but we've never worked with Makeb hardware, so...
Attention, everyone. Briefing begins now.
Mighty and fearsome lord, I am pleased to state your experiment proved fruitful. Research continues, but we believe we can stabilize the core using the planet's mining laser to reshape the Isotope 5 deposits. We can hurt
How
him.
much more research before you're sure? And what do you need from me?
We continue to finalize the details, however we'll require a crew capable of controlling multiple mining platforms.
Problem is, our team can barely operate these wretched things. We need experts. Engineers and supervisors who can run the mining lasers under our command.
The people of Makeb know this machinery better than anyone.
Uh-oh.
Where do we find
We have
work?
an Onderonian.
That's the trouble. Watch.
This is the Archon to Phobium Squad Command. The Imperial forces are desperate. and I believe they intend to mine what isotope 5 they can before the core erupts. But the Imperials will need assistance. Have your men place all engineers of level 7 and above under protective custody.
He's wrong about our goal, but it doesn't matter. The Archon's got Black Ops mercs kidnapping the people we need.
Well, damn it, we're fighting a smart hut.
If they're still alive, they can still be made ours. Give me everything you know.
Phobium Squad is an off-the-books team of regulator mercenaries. Assassins the Hutt's brought out with cybernetics. They're holding the workers in groundquake shelters. A few engineering chiefs who escaped joined a Republic refugee caravan. Won't be long before Phobium Squad catches them too.
I'll see to the caravan and the groundquake shelters. Anything else?
One more thing. We're still decrypting the order, but it looks like the Archon sent an Isotope 5 droid to help secure the caravan. Just to make things difficult. I'll stay in touch from here. Anything you need, let us know.
You deserve praise.
I have reached a rep rank. Woo! Let's see. Kimchi. I feel like I have. Whoop. But I have no memory of it, so I'm going to lean towards no. Oops, that's the novel rewrite script. Do I think Cal should have survived if he didn't have the future plot in his favor? Yeah, I think that Cal surviving actually was reasonably well done and made sense. That's weird. So, I'm okay with Cal surviving. But again, I feel like they earned it, which is kind of the critical point there. I just realized I missed. The other reason for bare feet is because I like my house to be clean. There is nothing in the world that will detect whether or not your floor or carpet is dirty faster or more efficiently than bare feet.
Please, we did everything you asked.
Not your fault. New orders say you die.
Well, I no longer feel bad about killing these people.
Get to the nearest mining platform. You will be protected.
And then I just chop their foot off before they enter the house, Alex. Also, you seem to be thinking in the exact inverse direction of me, Alex. If you don't want to feel grit and dirt on your feet, then clean. You know? Come on. Anyways. But if you want to go with socks, I can accept socks under some circumstance. Not like work socks. That doesn't work at all. It's just another layer of dirt and grime. 2 games that took way too long to release, but were good both financially and critically. StarCraft 2 and Being Stuck in Combat. With... That was strange, but okay.
Go. The mercenaries are no longer a concern.
Frankly, I don't think anybody should have been able to do that, Lothario.
Into safety. Nicely done.
I think so, Mr. Red, but not all champions are world bosses, if that's what you're asking. It's the WoW problem. There's an elite mob, right? Well, elites can refer to outdoor elites, dungeon trash, dungeon bosses, raid trash, and raid bosses, and all of those are just elites. Same problem. mean, in fairness, we are rescuing these people. It's not like we're, you know, rescuing them. Whoops. Yeah, that sounds like the WoW equivalent of a silver, Mr. Red. What's my problem with pulling down a person? Yoda says size matters not. Uh-huh. Citation needed, Zactav. That's my answer to that. Listen, Alex, it's press gang them or murder them, okay? There's only two options here.
Show a little gratitude. We'll get you to safety. Impressive work, Commander.
Ryman asked a question. How much longer do you think Tor will continue to get support? So, let's rewind a second. Prior to the most recent expansion, Tor was still making quite a bit of money, and is almost assuredly the main reason BioWare still exists. That and EA's constant efforts to change around their rep as of recent decade. So Tor certainly would keep going for quite a while until the most recent expansion. After that, who knows? And thank you, Ryman. If you want to put it towards something, please let me know.
I'm nearing the coordinates of the Republic evacuation caravan.
All right. It's full of random civilians fleeing the planet. But there are 3 members of the Government Mining and Geological Committee along for the ride. Smartest engineers on Makeb. Get them out, and we're looking pretty.
Hello?
They had a machine with them. Massive droid.
Who had a machine? Was it the mercenaries? Focus on my voice.
I can't. Who are you?
I've done what I can, but you're still weak. Call for help after the battle.
Thank you.
Phobium squad must have caught up. And it sounds like our intel on the Isotope 5 droid was right. Be extremely careful.
Highs and low. I mean, yeah, there's no real BioWare in the sense that we used to call it anymore. Mass Effect 5 will probably never happen, and Dragon Age 4 will almost definitely never happen. I'm not even talking about whether they're good or not. They're probably just not coming out at all. That's just plain. I look forward to being wrong. Upscale sprite work? I'm gonna need more details than that. So Stadia is dead. Okay. Let's see. What's really funny is several people have correctly pointed out Stadia had all the advantages. It had talented workers with an interesting idea and a ridiculous budget and the backing of one of the biggest and most influential companies on the planet. During an unprecedented point in history when lots and lots of people were stuck at home and couldn't get a hold of GPUs. Stadia had all the advantages and fell right on its face.
Stay back! Stay back! I heard rumors the imps were on Makeb, but this is not about the war. We're just getting civilians off-world.
You're in no position to argue, Captain. You have 3 engineers traveling with you. Bring them out.
Your engineers died in the fighting. You can kill me, but it won't make a difference.
It's all right, Captain. You're worth more than we are, anyway. If you want us to mine for you, you're a little late. Word is the planet's core is unstable. Whole place is coming apart.
There's more going on than you realize, and the Empire requires your assistance. You need to come with me.
I don't think so.
Really, dude?
These people are under my protection. I won't let you kidnap them.
Okay, there's two ways this can happen. Let you have
they want to
option
come,
A.
Captain. I'm offering a chance to stabilize the core and save Makeb. Are you with me?
I think you'd better get moving to the evac site. We'll be okay.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I heard what happened. We'll send someone to pick up your recruits. See you back at the mining platform.
That looks...
We're almost ready to start.
God damn it. That looks absolutely hideous, Act. Like, I'm just wowed by how incredibly ugly that is. And that's my opinion. In like 5 seconds. So, here's the problem with the Force being super strong and being able to do something like pull down a Star Destroyer. Why don't they do that all the time? This is one of the biggest problems with the Force in general, if I might be so bold. You add these powers that these people can use, and they don't use them. The only reason they don't use them is because the writer needs them to not use them in this exact moment, so they can have some tension or whatever, so the scene can play out. But there's no logical reason why they shouldn't use them. It's the exact same problem with Star Trek and the solution of the week. For those of you not familiar with Star Trek tends to do a whole lot of, hey, we've come up with this solution to the dilemma we're facing this week. Oftentimes, those solutions can apply in many different circumstances, rather than just the one case that was being showcased in that exact episode. Naturally, they never are. Hence, they become the solution of the week. The Force is the solution of the week. Me. That. No, okay. He pushed an entire fleet of Star Destroyers almost entirely out of the system, which is so many levels of nonsense that I feel stupider for having just said it. Is this seriously just leading me to a flight path? Have I been chasing a flight path this whole time? I've decided that I hate everything. Oh, boo frickety who, Malachor? He pushed a fleet of Star Destroyers out of the system! And the fleet was fine, while we're on this subject.
Displaying all authorized destinations. Travel route is confirmed.
Nobody was turned into pulp from the sudden acceleration of being shoved several light minutes that way in seconds by a force power that's being channeled through the pyramids or whatever nonsense. God, that whole... Okay, I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. Okay, we're cool.
Are we all here? With your permission, my lord, we'll start the briefing.
Nani kara mirek agam, ja uklibik.
The isotope 5 deposits in Makeb's core generate powerful gravitational and electromagnetic fields. Until recently, those fields maintained the core's equilibrium.
The rapid removal of isotope 5 caused the fields to fluctuate and destabilized the core. Now Makeb is tearing itself apart.
Nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek. Nani kara mirek agam, ja uklebek.
There won't be time for the mantle to fully crack before the core settles into a new state of equilibrium.
The acceleration won't be easy on the planet. The ground quakes will be worse than ever, and the aftershocks will continue for months. The mesas will disintegrate, the cities will burn, and the gases released will likely poison the atmosphere. But it's that or total annihilation.
You'll see a new Makeb, and when it's over, the isotope 5 will be intact and ready for harvest.
It's a dangerous plan, but it's all we have. Let's proceed.
Kambul jaki nanu. Kinama ami bina wamkam karak.
The timing's perfect. The whole population is fleeing the planet, so that'll get rid of the Hutts while we work. But the Archon still thinks we're trying to mine the isotope. He sent his forces to blockade the laser drill platforms. All his forces.
The Archon and his people wouldn't go down with the planet. Why are they still here?
I can't speak for the Archon, but he's offered his men a bonus. And promised to keep shuttles waiting.
Oh, sure.
You'll want to scatter the Archon's armies around 3 drill sites, so our engineering teams can move in. We've spotted Isotope 5 droids advancing on the nearest platform. Programmed to target you personally, according to intercepts.
Sweet.
I take it as a compliment.
You said the droids are at the first platform, not the others.
There are massive life readings around the second and third, but no hard data. I'll update you when I know more.
Engineering teams, prepare to move out.
For the Empire!
Lord Sitharat would have had tactical advice. But all I can say is... kill the rotters.
Wait, Sitharat is fine. Like, we saved him. Oh, you didn't save him, did you? Oh, whatever. And I agree, Latario. So, here's the deal. You've noticed a trend in me, Latario, where I tend to drag things down in power level. It's not actually because I prefer low-powered stuff. It's because low-powered stuff tends to lend itself towards good storytelling almost universally. And it's exactly for the reason that we're discussing right now with regards to the Force. If you could shove, like Jay Palmer mentioned an idea, literally using the Force to shove asteroids into enemy ships in an asteroid field, right? Like, there are dozens, if not hundreds. See you around, Vigilant. Enjoy lunch. Or dinner, or whatever it is you're going to do. There are so many different applications that they could, and arguably should, use the Force for. Especially given how much they tend to talk about how powerful it is and showcase the kind of things they can do with it. And oh my god, is this that stupid mission again? So the point here is if you're going to make your superpowered people superpowered, then they need to be superpowered and you need to adjust the setting to accommodate that. Right? Now, you can. That's a thing you can do. Careful and proper writing can adjust to, you know, superpowered individuals running around and actually work with that. Just right off the top of my head, what if we had a situation where the reason the Republic military was not existent is because they sat entirely upon the forces of the Jedi? That the Republic wouldn't actually deploy troops to a situation, they would deploy a Jedi, and the Jedi would take care of the situation by themselves, because they can. Okay, that was unusual. Because bad writing, Malachor? Because of everything I'm talking about. Because the lack of world building. Because the lack of consistency. Because the lack of continuity. Because the lack of relevance. Because the threat of the week. Because the tech of the week. Because everything I've been talking about. Apparently Malachor has not been listening to me for the last half hour. Which I don't blame him. I wouldn't listen to me either. Why are we killing these? All we're talking about is relative power levels, Malachor, regardless of setting, system, or creed. Oh, it does need us to kill 3. Wow, you can tell I'm paying attention. I am barely familiar with Digimon. I have played one Digimon game ever, and that's the extent of my familiarity with it. I did a review of it, though. It's a decent enough game. Worse than Pokemon in every way, except for the ways where it isn't. How did that not count? Oh, it's a rudimentary Isotope 5 droid. Of course that wouldn't count. That's just crazy talk. Pokemon is extremely stupid with its power scale. Here's a Pokemon that controls time, and here's a Pokemon that controls space, and here's a Pokemon that controls empathy, and here's a Pokemon that controls logic, and it's just, yeah, okay, whatever. You lost me. Stop being stupid. Bad Pokemon. Bad. Whereas Digimon, I mean, they've got the tree and rewriting reality with the internet. I mean, actually, yeah, Casual, that's pretty much straight up. These is working on. This one's working on. I'm a little vomity today, Mega Skullmon Spock, but thank you for asking. I mean, yeah, I don't want to spoil, but let's just say that Digimon can literally rewrite reality, and that was... Did you see that? The one spot that doesn't have a railing there.
Secure the platform, and we'll send in the engineers.
Jesus. Listen, all I'm saying, Malachor, is the Sith code is the one true path to good.
Send the engineering team.
Engineering team moving in.
Get to your stations. Medic, load the drill program. Van, warm up the laser.
One platform down, 2 to go, and the next has a regulator battalion around it.
This really is the same damn thing.
An Air Force
Although
and
it looks like it might be varied.
led by the Warhound.
Ah, damn it. I never got to ask Zaluk my question. That's alright. See you around, Zaluk.
Should I have heard of him?
The Warhound founded our favourite mercenary company. 70 years old and sealed in a battlesuit. He's commandeered dreadnoughts. And he's our second biggest problem. Top pick is the Skyfighters, built for low atmosphere combat. They'll shred our engineers unless we get some portable artillery.
Let the Skyfighters come. I'll bring them down one by one.
It's not you I'm worried about. It's the bombing run after you're gone. But the Warhound squad is armed with heavy rockets. They'll take apart the Skyfighters nicely, if you can borrow a few.
Even Skyfighters cannot resist the power of the Force. Still, if there are tools built for the job, we may as well use them.
If you can take out the Warhound himself, it'll hit morale hard. But trophies are no good if our engineers are bleeding or in pieces. Support team out. Good luck.
But I feel like I've asked this before, Zaluk, but I don't have an answer in my head, so I don't remember what your response was. What possibility exists to do any kind of formatting in the QA bot into the Google Doc that it dumps it in? Because what it does is it dumps a giant big pile of raw text, which is very difficult to parse. What I tend to do is I tend to manually go over and, like, add some spacing to try and be able to read it a little bit more clearly. But as I'm doing so, every time it gets a new question, it reverts it right back to the giant pile of text. So I suppose the question is this a solvable problem? And if not, I need to know, I just need to live with it. But I thought I'd ask rather than just presuminate. The Hutts? They're not good. They're terrible. Evil. They're destroying a planet in order to mine it for something to be able to build an empire to conquer the galaxy. I don't think that qualifies as good. How good as villains? Yeah, no, this has been pretty decent. And I'm going to send you pictures, just so you understand exactly what I'm talking about. So, the top bundle is what it looks like when it dumps it in, and the bottom bundle is what I have done manually. So you can see both sides of things there. And basically, I'm wondering if the bottom bundle can be automated instead of me constantly having to tab over there and do that. I know that you can't get the bold thing working, which is a damn shame, because that would actually be even better than spacing. But I don't know what's up with that, and I'm not going to pester you about it. Either way, appreciate you, Zalo. Wait, is the loot not sharing? Like, if you notice that picture, it actually does bold it, but it only does it at the most recent one for some reason. And that goes away the moment any update happens to the system. To the document, I mean. I don't know why it's in the system. Probably because I'm stupid. I don't know why I did that. I should probably mention that I'm old and tired of things being overpowered without making sense in stories. I don't know what else to add to that, you know? It's not exclusive to Star Wars. It's not exclusive to anything. It's just such a goddamn common trend for someone to say, hey, here's something that's super amazing. Okay. And then that's it. No thought. No work, no effort, just, hey, it was that cool? Alright, moving on. I feel like every time it happens, I feel like someone is jangling some goddamn keys in front of my face, and it's insulting. And the older I get, the less tolerance I have for it. Especially given how extraordinarily commonplace it is. So I apologize for getting pissed at that, but well, I get pissed at that. That is a large refinery. Look at that sucker. Something that's overpowered that actually works. So now I gotta actually think about it. Oh, absolutely, Act. I was gonna say, Soups is occasionally portrayed quite well. It's not... God, look at my cloak. It's not often, but every now and again, Soups is done quite well. You know what? I'm also even willing to add the Death Star to that list. Believe it or not. To be clear, the Death Star won. Actually, the way they wrote Discord and MLP was extremely smart, for the most part, in terms of his power. There's even this wonderful tidbit where someone else tries to get his powers. Fails, because they literally can't control it. They're like, whoa, I have all this infinite power, and just random stuff starts happening because they have no control whatsoever. It's like, okay, yeah, take it back, take it back. Anyways. What doomsday weapons like that? Wow! Where'd you guys come from? Also, Ect asks about spam. I have never liked spam. I don't think I could even physically eat spam at this point in my life. Way too salty for me.
I have the second platform secured. Send in the engineers.
On their way.
Definitely secured.
Makmem tam. Burjunem nina pikup.
Are we actually approaching stabilization? Or are we breaking apart the core for nothing?
See rounds low.
Memyuke hal hal kram. Anik nurka nelalul nebek.
The last drill platform is surrounded by heavy cannons and the Archon's personal guard. Wiffids and their hunting pets. The Wiffids and their hounds can locate our people by scent. And even if our engineers get through, the cannons can obliterate the platform as a last resort.
That army isn't meant to kill me. The Archon's trying to slaughter any of our people who get close.
He knows he can't stop you, but he can still win.
Secure a passage for our engineer team quickly. Now that the drilling's begun, our window of opportunity is limited. I'm kidding. Is that... me? I feel like this might be a little faster. Whatever, screw it. I don't want to sound curmudgeonly, because there is something to be said for rule of cool. There is a value in something that's just, you know, a moment of awesome, as the TV Tropes calls it. But I guess, whoa! I guess I'm just really, really, really tired of that being done without thought, you know what I mean? Without effort put into it. An inordinate amount of fiction that I have read, watched, played. It's like, here's this really cool thing. Alright, moving on. And it's like, but, okay. I mean, I love Battletech, for God's sakes, Malachor. If there's an example of something that makes no sense and is just there because it's cool, it's the entire Battletech series. Series? I don't know why I said that so weird. I think it was because I was trying to say universe. I just kind of stumbled over that. But anyways, you get my point. You get my point. Damn it. Whoa, that's something. It's one of the reasons, and Latario, this is kind of for you too, it's one of the reasons I tend to be in favor of just dragging things down in power level overall when it comes to the rewrites and other similar concepts, because it is by far the easiest and generally best method by which to make that stuff make sense. To involve good writing while still retaining some cool efforts. Am I stealthed? God, I can't even tell half the time. I appear to be stealthed. Okay, cool. I guess that's the last one is in. At least they vary it up on this one. That's nice. Now, I will admit, so when it comes to the Star Wars rewrite, we're going to do one of two things with this. So, you always know, you all know, first thing we're doing is we're defining the Force, right? It's step one. It's no avoiding that. But what we could do is one of two broad directions, and I admit I actually like the idea of both. On the one hand, we could do the obvious and just depower the Force. Honestly, probably just bring it down to about the level of the original trilogy, which, if we're being honest, is pretty low tier, right? And that's fine, you know. Some mind-affecting abilities, some low-level telekinesis, and that's, you know, and that's kind of it. Lightning for Palpatine, big telekinesis for Yoda, and that's, you know, again, that's kind of it. Or we could do the total opposite of that, and actually crank it up to the levels that we see in some of the more modern works, like Force Unleashed, for example. And actually have superpowered Jedi and superpowered Sith. Yep, I'm just gonna wait. The thing is, of course, then we would have to adjust for that, but that's fine. We're rewriting it from the ground up. We have the capacity to adjust for that. That's one of the benefits of doing a rewrite. We can think these things out in advance. Yeah, exactly, Blade Javal.
I have the last platform under control.
That's it then. Let's hope for the best.
The laser drill is at full power. We're following your program.
The huts are reporting Pelretha Mesa just collapsed. Tell me this is working.
Niola ola. Momnem no yang bejalam.
Narrowing beam by 0.02%. We've got magma flooding the drill shaft.
Mamni lebek bak manuk. Meraka najaki nama bamyak.
Be proud, all of you. This planet was about to die, but today we overcame death itself.
As only the dark side can.
This is Station 1. One of our stabilizers burst.
Fine. Now let us go. We can get off-world and never bother you again. Please.
You did what was asked, and there's no point in dying. Get to safety, but understand this. Tell anyone what happened, and the Hutts will find out. If they know Makeb is safe, they'll never give up your world.
We won't spread it around. Thank you.
Yeah, I wonder at what point if the Republic people are going to be like, hang on, Makeb is still there.
My lord. Message from Darth Mar, but I'm getting interference.
The Republican Hutt fleets are abandoning the Makeb system. They report that the planet is in its death throes.
Makeb has been stabilized. The Republic and the Hutts just don't know it.
Impressive. Then we must keep your secret. I have a fleet positioned several light years away. When the last Republic and Hutt ships have fled Makeb, mine will secure the system within the week. Makeb will be ours.
Mem amgab kugab kramanik. Unka kiga mayamak.
If people can't communicate off-planet, the chances of the truth spreading are minimal.
Agreed. Could be a boon. When you're good to travel, we can meet back here. Celebrate and sleep.
Makes sense. Yeah. So Arcano asked, is this more fun than the Republic side? Yes, absolutely. It has less gameplay negatives. Just saying something. May not sound like much, but by golly. Yeah, there we go.
Karakam konkak. Kwamanan
Thank
binimak.
you. Repair the drill controls
Protocol
first.
says to get the alarms online.
Gagi
Please, until the core settles, our humble exertions are the only thing keeping the ground cakes in check. The Mesa could collapse if I cannot work.
Lane didn't make it. Protosen's on one leg, but he can hold a rifle.
Nardrin, Sergeant, situation report now.
My lord, we were attacked by the Archon's forces. A dozen regulators with an assault shuttle.
Jukagi Nempanino. Mr. Scarab told me to hide and I did, like a grumbling. Heard her kill one of the enemy, and then only noise.
Cowards grabbed our people and ran. They wanted prisoners for interrogation.
If the Archon learns we saved Makeb, the Hutt fleet will never leave. We have to find Niar and the others.
Yes, my lord. That shuttle flew toward the Archon's estates. I'm down to 2 fit men and 1 blaster pack. If you want to hit back, I can get you field intel.
I want to know exactly what our enemy has prepared. What are the estate's defenses?
Expect a lot of automation. Droids, turrets, particle shields. Anything the Archon would hold back or couldn't use on the battlefield. He knows you're coming, and he's got the home team advantage. So basically, it's a death trap.
Sweet!
Nakaka, Manya la Liga, Nemua Bemguana, Kumia Yang Memgamba
Without
Paka.
careful adjustment, we risk imminent release of subterranean toxins and continental devastation. All life on this planet's likely to die if I am further distracted.
Stay focused, Nadrin, and we'll all be fine. Don't let this continent fall apart.
You'd better go. The prisoners will have landed by now, which means the Archon's probably shining up his pain droids. Besides, if he makes them talk, the Hutt fleet will melt you, me, and Nadrin's drills from orbit. Give him hell.
Honestly, I don't actually see any powers there at all, Latario. So, without further information, I can't even judge that. So...
At your service, my lord.
Can I be very, very selfish for a second? I know that we've been doing all...
The outer guard station's nearby. If you can take control, I can get you more intel.
I know that we've been doing all the secondary quests across, you know, every MMO we've covered. I don't want to do that anymore. You'll notice, as a deliberate attempt to test, we started doing secondary quests on Republic Ilum, and then we stopped. And we haven't done any secondary quests at all in Makeb. And the overall sequence of events has drastically improved my overall mood by leaps and bounds. Back during the Epic 13 run, quite a few people wanted me to do secondary quests. I will, of course, do them in WoW when we get there, but that's because the quests are worth a damn in WoW. Yeah, you heard me.
We have control of the guard station, but there's heavy opposition. Recommendations?
Biggest problem is the force fields. Archon's got his mana sealed
Is it
tight.
13? Sorry, I'm at 14.
Nemua Bemguana, Kumia Yang Memgamba Paka.
Yes, yes, the planet's all dying. I get it.
Anyway, there are laser turrets all around the compound. Turn them on the mana, might be enough firepower to down the force fields.
Stay in communication. The force fields will be down shortly.
Yes, sir. Once you're inside, it'll be a straight line to the Archon. And with a bit of luck, the people he took. Let's hope they're alive.
So Takota asks the obvious question, how do we review them? And unfortunately the answer is we don't. We just kind of move them into the category of content we're not reviewing, like, you know, raids. And say, yep, that slipped below the reasonability line, so not covering it. That's the trade-off. Ooh, that's strange. Because, yeah, the problem here is just reality is starting to get in the way, if that makes any sense. It is such an aggravating additional slog and time consumer to do secondary quests in this game. The hope is to still do dungeons, although that's more incumbent upon other people than me. In fact, what I hope to do is finish Makeb. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What I hope to do is finish Makeb before the lunch break, and then I hope to do the dungeons after the lunch break, because we got 4 dungeons to do. That they're just kind of in the queue right now. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Alex. Are they super cheap, easy to replace ones?
Force field's blinking, but she's not down. You need more firepower.
But yes, the goal is to do all dungeons. We may not, but that is the goal. All dungeons, no raids, and no secondaries. That's inside. Oh, Elizar. The ones we have to do right now are Chaos Under Siege, Lost Island, Zerka Corporate Labs, and Zerka Core Meltdown. For reference. So those are the 4 we're staring at. Good morning, Sean.
Force field is down. Get our people back before the Archon learns everything.
Yeah, I wonder when they were developed in relativity to the KDY. Good for Tor. Secretly, this was always Andromeda. Sorry. Yes, Elizar. That's an interesting statement, Blade Tival. Like, I'm not saying I disagree, but that is an interesting statement. Listen, this is Tor. You don't come here for quality.
There are dangers here. The Archon is prepared for us.
Yeah, I just have to defeat the elite guard. Yep.
Ground to support team. I found our missing people. Checking for survivors.
My lord, I'm so sorry. The Archon, he had machines. He put a tube in my head. He knows we saved the planet. Son of a sow's gonna tell the Hutts.
Where did he go? We need to stop the Archon from getting a message off-world.
I failed, but I'm not stupid. This way.
I have 300 men waiting for shuttles. You promised time to evacuate.
You have been paid. That alone should still your simian tongue. Besides, Makeb is not exploding, and I now have proof. Prepare to attack all Imperial positions. Once the atmospheric interference clears, I will alert the fleet.
You stand in the presence of a Lord of the Dark Council. Perhaps you should show your respect.
Dark Council member for a day, and Lord of a dying civilization. I show you more than you deserve. Alas, it is the Hutt Empire that will receive Makeb's bounty. My people will no longer be mocked as we are envied. We will not be criminals, but kings.
You feel those tremors? If you believe Makeb is safe from disaster, you must be mad.
Archon?
If I were mad, you wouldn't be so desperately trying to stop me. You call yourselves men of war? Observe and see what an Archon of the old Hutt Empire can do.
He can retreat back and let his droid fight for him. I was just about to be excited about actually fighting a Hutt. But no. No, he's in a droid. Or a mech, excuse me. Yeah, sure, whatever, buddy. So, I feel like I've already answered your question, Latario. Help me out here. What remains unanswered? Armored Hutt. That actually sounds like a cool fight. Unfortunately, I don't think the Hutts have, like, any animations, which is the problem, really. Whatever.
You haven't won. You hear me? Your secret is already out. My mercenaries are spread across Makeb. You cannot stop them before they contact my fleet.
Sure they can. All they have to do is kill everyone on the planet.
Support team, begin adjusting the laser drills. We will unleash groundquakes at all mercenary locations.
You're bluffing.
Wouldn't be the first world the Empire's destroyed.
It rendered most of the planet lifeless. Evacuations are infinite. Tens of thousands will be buried in rubble or incinerated by magma. No.
Await my orders, Nardrin. Archon, your mercenaries may be able to contact the Hutt fleet, but I control the fate of Makeb. Time to bargain.
A true Hutt does not bargain, and I would die for my people's glory.
I bet you would. You paid the regulators to lock down Makeb, but we've gone way beyond that, and I've seen what the Empire can do. You want to bargain for your secret? You bargain with us.
There are still a lot of people on Makeb. Evacuate them safely and forget the Empire was here. You will be compensated.
Agreed.
You will be marked forever as betrayers. Your children will be the lowest of slaves, toiling eternally in filth.
It's a better deal. That's all.
See you off-world.
You want us to handle the Archon, or have you got it under control?
No, I think we got this.
The Archon is no longer a concern.
Understood.
Hi.
Glad you haven't gone soft. After refusing to blow up the planet.
Shut up.
I can't feel my hands. I'd have liked to see Drome and Kars again. But you'll make sure it was worth it. Makeb, I mean. While the war's still going on. Make sure we survive.
One of the options is leave her to die.
There may still be time to get you a medic. Try not to talk.
It's all right. We knew it was a suicide mission. Don't think I could have borne it otherwise. It's been an honor serving. Better than labeling boxes the rest of my life.
Well, she's dead.
Ground team to support. The planet is secure.
This is Sergeant Badaru. I think we're done. But Darth Maul will need a brief from the station. I'll set it up. Support team out.
Hang on, gotta double tap. Where's she at? Where's she at? She's gone. Oh my god, her corpse vanished! Oh. That's impressive, actually. Yeah, just stab her with some Colto while she's rambling. Like, hey, I got you. Wait, what? Ugh. So, the answer, Alex, is actually very simple. The reason sci-fi in general doesn't talk about that is because that is such an unpredictable sea change that who knows how the hell that would actually go.
All authorized destinations.
Like, literally, that's a your guess is as good as mine kind of a situation, because we're introducing fictional elements into a real-life, a strata, basically. Not strata. You know what I mean. Terrarium. I'll just use terrarium. Whoop! So, who knows? There is such a thing. I like doing my due diligence, and I like doing my work, especially when it comes to world building. But there's something that I came to learn very, very quickly, and there is such a thing as going too far with that. It is very easy to reach the point where you've gone overboard with regards to your world building. And I think, honestly, what you're describing would be overboard with regards to world building. Like, you introduce something like, oh, I don't know, Iberium to a planet, we can pretty much say what happens there. Phazon.
The planet is stable.
Aftershocks continue, but the core has reached equilibrium. We're finalizing techniques to mine
Sergeant
Isotope 5.
Badaru is seeing to security on the ground. He's done admirably in Lord Sitherath's stead.
Enough. You did well on Makeb. Your team was satisfactory.
Kathania sacrificed herself for the mission. So did others. They should be remembered.
Let their names be etched in the walls of Cass City. It will be their monument or their pyre.
Thank you, my lord.
For the next month, each gram of Isotope 5 we procure will be needed for our defenses. The next phase of the war begins. The Hutt cartel is weak and scattered, and the Jedi will turn back to us. At last, they are prepared to shed blood.
You had something special planned for the isotope, not just Imperial defenses across the board.
You do not understand. We require a defense against this.
Fellow citizens of the Republic, the Hutt crisis is over, and we have again proven that compassion is not a weakness, but our strength. Yet that is not why I stand before you. Instead, I can finally confirm what many have suspected for months. The Sith Emperor is dead.
A Jedi strike team confronted the Emperor during a recent attack on Dromund Kaas. Now a joint SIS and Jedi committee has concluded that the galaxy's greatest villain is gone forever.
This does not change the fight ahead. The Dark Council remains the true political power in the Empire. But it sends a message to the Sith and their followers. We are coming for you.
They speak truth. The Emperor is gone. Dying if not dead. No matter what our propagandists say, he will not be mourned.
Without the Emperor, many on the Dark Council will see the chance to fill the void.
Too many. A struggle now will ensure our demise. Now is our chance to reforge in the flames of battle, to reshape the Empire into an image of unity and strength. In the coming months, we must all stand against the Republic offensive, and those who would weaken us from within. It is the only way.
The Empire must be rebuilt before we can return to greatness. Until circumstances change, we have an alliance.
So be it. Today you bought us time. Isotope 5 will pay for the Empire's new foundation, and the Republic knows nothing of our actions.
We will speak when the enemy strikes again. Together we will choose the destiny of the Empire and retake the galaxy.
Yeah, definitely getting a little bit better with their cutscene tech. I'll give them that. I was gonna say, I bet you can guess the kind of music that's playing over that normally. Obviously, we cannot play it for you because, well, stupidity. But you know how it goes. Sith, easily, J. Palmer. I think it actually scores better, too. I can double check here. It scores better overall. In fact, actually, hang on. Never mind. Nope, it actually stomps it. I'll never answer your question, Elizar, except for right now. What do you think they would do for their people in fight? What? What do you think they would do for their people in the fight against Arcanon? I'm going to assume you mean Archimond. I don't understand the question at all. They would fight and probably win and unify. Yeah, we've got 8 FPs in a row, which is what we're doing when we come back from the lunch break. So that should be fun. Delete. So, Latario, the reason I didn't give you a yes or a no is because you didn't give me anything to give a yes or a no of. You didn't tell me any powers. You gave me such a vague description that I cannot actually judge that on any way. In fact, I don't think you described someone who has powers, never mind superpowers. So that was why I didn't say yes or no. Thank you, CDJ. I do very much appreciate that sub, and if you want to put that towards something, please let me know. Thank you. Now let me get that up a little bit here. So yeah, that was the Rise of the Hutt Cartel. Relatively quick, but that's not a bad thing. Leaving us with this. That's actually our score right there. Plus 12, -1. Plus 1, -4. Honestly, if it wasn't for that goddamn bug that just kept happening on both sides, that gameplay score would be a net neutral. Yes, substantially better than Ilum. So that's good to know. The quality is certainly drifting upwards. That may not look like a good score, but trust me when I say that's actually a pretty good score. That's better than I was expecting, most assuredly. So, next we are going to do 8 dungeons in a row. We're going to be doing, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. Oh, okay, Malachor, we're not doing Oricon, partially because the obvious raid thing, partially because it's kind of a waste of time, mostly because the raid thing, though. I mean, we literally just pulled the trigger on not doing secondary quests anymore. I don't feel particularly bad about not doing a quest chain that I can't complete. I'm not doing the HK51 quest chain on camera either. Kaon Under Siege will be the first one, and then Lost Island, and then Zerka's Corporate Labs, and then Zerka Core Meltdown. I believe those two and those two are pairs, but other than that, those are kind of extra. Then we're going to do an instance, which I'm not going to share out loud what it's called, but there are 4 of them in a row which we'll be doing, and that'll be Forged Alliances. Apparently, if I'm reading this correctly, Forged Alliances is literally just 4 dungeons. And then that will lead, of course, to the Shadow of Revan expansion, which will have, looks like 3 planets. 3 planets, some dailies, which we will, of course, not be doing. 3 operations, which we will, of course, not be doing. And 2 dungeons. But all that'll be after we come back from the lunch break.